looks like we are good to go. So make sure my mic is on. It is. Sound okay? All right. Yep. Sounds good. Hello, everyone. I haven't streamed in a while. Last week we had a guest from out of town, and now, and yesterday I was busy, so I'm gonna just jump back into things with some Magic today. So we are doing. Last time I did Magic on stream, we actually did some MTG Arena. Today, however, the Vintage Cube is live on Magic the Gathering Online, which is what we will be indulging in for the next few hours of today. A huge fan of the Vintage Cube, and so whenever it's up, I try to get in at least a few drafts, and I figured that would be the perfect thing to do for the stream today. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I actually was planning on waiting until like I had started the stream to play some Vintage Cube, but then I got super excited and I had like an hour before where I had a free time, so I ended up just starting. I did our draft already, and I played my first match with this deck, so we're gonna just jump into game 2 with this deck, which we have kind of like a 4-color green based mid-range deck. There's not a specific theme. I picked up a natural order very early on in the draft, which lets me put green creatures from my deck into play for free, and so just drafted a few really big green creatures and built the deck around that. So should be pretty fun. I have not played Vintage Cube in quite some time, so it's always a real treat when it's on Magic Online. Plus, there was a new set that came out recently with Tarkir Dragonstorm. Fun fact, the original Tarkir set is actually when I started playing Magic, and so it was a cool to have the most recent set be a return to that. But they updated the cube, did a big update for the new set, so tons of new cards to look at, tons of stuff to play with. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, oh, also, yeah, that's true. I also have a companion, by the way, so that's kind of just some free value. For those of you who don't know, companion is a really busted mechanic from Ikoria, where essentially, if your deck meets a certain requirement, you just get to have access to an extra card on top of your normal deck. So, just fair things. Let me know if the sound needs any work. I normally have like the game sound, but I never turn on Magic the Gathering Online sound because it's like super obnoxiously loud. Like, the sound effects are like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like they take like even if you have the slider on for the max volume or the master volume on literal 1, it's like too loud to do anything. It's just like loud, obnoxious sounds constantly. So I usually just leave the sound off on Magic the Gathering Online, but shouldn't be too much. I guess I could put some music on if that would be better. I don't know. Maybe I will do that, actually. Alright, so they bolted the bird. Unfortunate. Actually, it makes my hand a lot worse, especially if I don't draw a land here. Please. Stop. Oh, I did draw a land, so that's not the worst. At least get to drop another mana dork. But we have access to only green mana now, so perhaps we should have led with the Fintorn and not the birds. Poor birds. Just Knight's Whisper to draw too. Nice. Okay. Oh, didn't kill my elf. Unfortunately, we drew no third land, and we don't have anything to cast because we only have green mana, so this Fintorn Elves is going to get in there. Beat them up. 1 damage, sir. Taste it. This could be going better, for sure, for sure. Opponent also has a red in their deck, so they're like a Jund deck. They're gonna play all the Tarmogoyfs. It's crazy. They surveil at the top there. It's not a good sign. Ooh, there's some hand attack. Probably the Oko, I'm guessing. So that's the one we're closest to casting. And it's also just like the most busted. Alternatively, he could take lightning bolts in case I draw red, but I feel like he's just going to take the Oko. He took... Oh, what the heck? He took sneak attack? That's interesting. I guess that's hedging against me drawing red and being able to put stuff into play. We did indeed draw a red source, which is kind of nice. So... But then again... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of stink. We're not going to be able to sneak attack until like 2 turns away. Oh well. How much do I care about getting 1 damage in? I mean, I'm probably going to bolt this no matter what. I don't think there's any real point in waiting. Just going to do it now. That way I can chip in for 1. Plus, like I said, I don't think that there was any chance I was bolting anything else. So, and we'll pass. Okay, I was actually going to look to see if there was any good kind of just ambient music I could play, since I don't like the sound effects on Magic Online. Bone Shard's my elf. Interesting. Okay. They Gristle branded. Not the best. Not the best. They can only activate once, though, because otherwise they die. If I draw blue here, like, this is so good for me, right? Like, kind of insanely good for me, almost. Let's see what they do. Smuggler's Copter. That's not going to do it. Oh, they're griefing. Okay, now they're going to take the Oko. They still took sneak attack? Why are they taking sneak attack? Wait, like if I draw an island here, they're just screwed, right? I didn't, so I guess they get off scot-free this time. But like, there's no way they shouldn't just take the Oko. Cut off my outs. Well, I guess I'll play this. Not really doing much. Unfortunately, he is going to be able to draw another 7 if he so chooses, but not much I can do about it. Yeah, it definitely would have worked out better this game to lead with Fintorn instead of birds. Really wanted to just play my turn 2 Oko, though. That would have been sick. How do I... Maybe some lo-fi. Do some lo-fi. What's the... God, it is like really loud. What is my opponent doing? A Shieldred. Oh, okay. Well, now we might be. Oh, actually, he can't even activate right now. If he gets enough to activate the Gristlebrand. Yep, there it is. Okay. That is definitely bad. Because now he'll have enough life to activate Gristlebrand, draw the rest of his deck, gain a bunch more life, and we're probably just dead now. Okay. How is that? It's not bad. It looks like still might be a little loud on the music. Oh, wait. Okay. That's probably good. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Opponent is just going to kill us here, which stinks. We kind of stumbled on our mana this game, so kind of deserve it. He is playing a Goyf. Let's go. I wonder if there's a way, like, okay. He's going to activate his Gristlebrand to gain 7 life. There's got to be a way to, like... We're actually, like, close on a couple different metrics to trying to kill him. Because if he, like, goes to activate in response to the ability, he'll be at exactly 3, and I could, like, try to bolt him, or I could try to make him deck out. Probably up the music volume a tiny bit. Okay. So I think we're just dead here, but on the off chance we are, let's just like look at our outs. There is a Crater Hoof in our deck. There's an Atraxa in our deck. So let's think here. I have 4 mana. I can natural order my Fanatic into Atraxa. That's just a 5/7 that makes it food. Although it does block Gristlebrand technically because it has reach. So I would be not dead. Greathoof doesn't do it. It's only 7 trample. He has plenty of toughness. Plus he can gain 7 at instant speed. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna go for the natural order for Atraxa plan. And hope that that's good enough. Let's see what we get. So grab a land. We do have a way to get rid of the Gristlebrand if we had enough mana, which we do not. Artifacts. Sorcery. I guess that doesn't matter because we're just dead, huh? I guess we're not technically dead because Atraxa has lifelink, so if he doesn't kill her, I can like block and trade and like barely live, yeah. Yeah, let's take the Crater Hoof on the off chain. Well, we're not even gonna have enough mana, so like next turn, what's our play? We like, yeah, I don't even know. We'll just take like something we can actually cast, I guess, the Oddity, and grab these cards. We'll go and play the land for turn, and I guess we'll just pass. So he doesn't kill me even with the Smuggler's Copter, right? Because he'll attack for 12. I'll block this, and I'll gain 7 at the same time he deals 12 to me. So I'll lose 5, go to 6. So I'm not currently like literally dead. And also he can't really, like, if he can't kill me this next turn, he can't really activate the Gristlebrand because he'll deck himself. So we actually might be okay. It's gonna yield through this turn. Something else cool about this deck that I drafted is I finally get to try out Satya in Cube. I actually played him in the pre-release for Modern Horizons 3, but it just seems insane. It comes down, attacks immediately, makes a copy of your biggest thing that's tapped and attacking. So if you have like a double spell turn, you can literally like play big thing, play Satya, immediately get the big thing and tapped and attacking, even if it, you know, has summoning sickness still. Kind of insane. Okay. Oh, I could have actually just blocked the Shieldred instead and traded with her. Whatever. I think it's fine. So if I block the Shieldred, I take another 3 damage actually. I go to 6. But then I don't take the 2 on my draw step from Shieldred. So I basically only like take 1 extra damage, and the Gristlebrand is kind of useless for him now because he can't like use it anymore. It's just a big lifelinking flyer. Plus I can kill the Necromancy whenever I want. That was definitely a misplay. I should have 100% block the Shieldred, not the Gristlebrand. In my head, I was just like, Gristlebrand's the biggest thing, I'll block it. But that was way worse than blocking the Shieldred for sure. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And welcome. Modes of Drain 2. Okay. Okay, he did end up taking the Pest Infestation, so I feel a little bit better about killing the Gristlebrand instead, but still. I think our biggest win con in this game is surviving and making this guy deck out. He's got 7 cards in library. Seems doable. Seems doable. What's our best draw here? I'm guessing a land would be our best. Oh, is he animating my Atraxa? What did he animate? He did animate my Atraxa, okay. That's fine, I suppose. Oh yeah, I guess we get to see his last 7 cards in deck, right? He has another Reanimates, Grist, another Reanimate Target, some lands, and a Fire Covenant. Fire Covenant is pretty annoying because that means he can blow up any blockers I put out. He has plenty of life to do so. Okay, he grabbed Torsten, Grist, and Fire Covenants. Did he not even choose a land? I guess he just wanted more cards left in his deck, huh? Okay, well, that's bad. Torsten. What's this? Discard and draw. Whenever it attacks for the first time each turn, if you have Delirium, untap target creature, attack again. Okay. Well, I did draw a land. Unfortunately, it is not a great land for what I would like to do. Yeah, now I think we are just dead. What's our... Right, he doesn't have haste with this. Okay. Yup, unfortunate. We can make 2 blockers, but we are kaput. Let's move on to game 2 here. As far as sideboarding goes, he is a graveyard deck. I actually mainboard my Keen-Eyed Curator, so I have mainboard Graveyard Hate. So why are the cards like enormous? What the heck? Okay, that's better. Yeah, I think I already have the Pest Infestation for blowing up his like Animate Dead Necromancy. I have the Graveyard Hates. There's not really anything else I would really want. I guess Haywire Mine's another version of like blowing up his Necromancy. I also have Kangaroo Bloom, does kind of like the same thing almost. Although Kangaroo Bloom's a green creature, so it works better with some of my stuff. Plus it's just like bigger, it's a 3/2. Yeah, let's throw Kangaroo Bloom in. And what do we not need against his deck? I'm guessing the games are not going to come down to like swinging with mid-range creatures. Like it's either going to be me cheating in my big stuff or him. So I'm just going to take out the Evenwold Oddity, just kind of like a big thing that attacks, and we'll send that. On the play for game 2. I keep also forgetting. I don't think there was any point in that game that I would have wanted to, but I need to like leave this tab open so I remember that I can pay 3 mana to grab a loot tree. And this hand has a turn 1 mana dork and the Graveyard Hate. It is notable that if he turn 1 bolts the bird again, I can't actually cast the Graveyard Hate because it's double green. But I think this is still fine hand to keep. Alright, we'll play the Fintorn Elves and pass the turn. And like I said, if he doesn't kill this elf immediately, I get to immediately drop down some Graveyard Hate. Perfect. And I don't think he can really beat it either. Like, if this isn't... Okay, he is turn 1 killing. Same thing, too. Fatal Push both times. Okay. That makes it a little harder. We have mostly green producing lands in our deck, though, so it shouldn't be too hard. There, in fact, there's one right there. I can just play the Graveyard Hate turn 2. I can also find a tapped land. Because the problem is if I just go and find like a basic forest and play this, I'm missing out on both blue and white mana. I think it's fine to wait. I'm just going to play this and pass, actually. The only way this bites me is if he, like, this turn goes, like, Entomb Reanimate. But other than that, it's, like, completely fine. So yeah, we'll just find Hedge Maze on end step, and then we can play. It's also like, it doesn't really make much of a difference, right? Like, this is only useful if I can hold it up anyway. If I just played it that turn, I still wouldn't have, like, the Graveyard Hate up. Like, he could still Entomb Reanimate, and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, he might actually do it, though. That's really bad. If he goes Faithless Looting into, like, Reanimate his thing, it's, like, kind of really bad for me, because I have no answers currently. Pretty please. One turn. One turn, sir. Don't do it. Discards Grist and Land. So he doesn't have a very good reanimate target currently in the graveyard. How does Grist work with, like, Animate Dead? That's interesting. Because presumably you could target it. What do I have more of, white or blue? I have 1, 2 blue cards. Oh, track. No, I'm not gonna cast a track. So I have like 2 blue cards I'm gonna cast. I have 1, 2 white cards I'm gonna cast. Oh, this one gives more value. Let's do this one. And do I want to draw a forest? I mean, it is a 4th land drop, so yeah, that's probably fine. Alright. So I can grab Blue Tree, but I think it's going to be better just to play around everything to just get down my graveyard hate ASAP. Play this. Okay. The question is, do I use it right now? And I'm thinking no. Like, if he wants to flashback Faithless Looting, whatever. I'd rather just hold it up in case he tries to combo me out of nowhere, basically. But we are chilling on... I'm basically not afraid anymore. Like, he'd have to have a lot to get a creature into play now. He'd have to have a way to kill this, and a way to get a big thing in the graveyard, and a way to reanimate it all in the same turn. There's the bone shards. He discarded a forest to do that. Okay. I don't think I care about Grist too much, so I'm actually just gonna get the Faithless Looting, I guess. I think Grist is fine. Also, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work with Animate Dead, because Animate Dead says like you attach it to a dead creature and then like bring the creature into play, and then it has to be, but it's still an aura, I feel like, on the battlefield, and then like as soon as it gets onto the battlefield, it'll no longer be a creature. So I don't think it works for him. Also, he doesn't have a 3rd land, looks like, so that's good. Wait, how does he not have a 3rd land? He's been discarding lands. This man is greedy. He must have some stuff he wants to do in hand. Well, we're just gonna slam down the Eskas. Again, I could grab the companion, but I think getting some pressure on this guy is gonna be really good. Fear of missing out is here. It's fine. Does he finally have a big thing to discard? Looks like he doesn't, because he's taking a while to think about it. Yeah, he discarded another land. Bro, you gotta play your lands. Crazy. What do we have to work with here? Natural order. Okay. Well, we already have the Crater Hoof in hand, but we can definitely Atraxa here. So before I natural order, though, I'm going to go ahead and crew to make my vehicle into a creature here. Then I will go to combat, attack with the chariots, and I guess I'll just copy another kitty. And then the second main phase, and now I will go ahead and remove one of these kitties and replace it with Atraxa. Oh, alright, he conceded. Makes sense, he was not doing much. Okay, I think we're still good. I still like the slight sideboarding that I did do. I could also consider Ephemerate just literally as like a protection piece, basically. It works well with Atraxa as well, and Atali, these ETB creatures. But I don't have a way to find it consistently. And it's like pretty specific. So we're just gonna send it. Send it. Once again, revealing Lutri as our companion. Man, every hand we've had so far has been like very low land count, but like insanely good if we ever draw lands. This hand is no different. We have 2 ways of ramping, but they both cost 2 mana. We have a way to remove his enchanted reanimated creatures. We have a way to get our huge thing into play. Like, our hands are not going to get much better than this. I think I have to keep and just hope. I also am on the draw, which will help a little bit. Okay. Kind of risky here, but I feel like taking risks is good here. Oh, not if he thought seizes us turn 1, though. Okay, just a mana vault. That's fine. That is absolutely, positively fine. Alright, do we get a land? We do not. That's our graveyard hate, though. That's not a bad one to draw, but we do need to find a land. Oh, boy. Oh, no. I don't think I can mulligan this hand, though. Like, my opponent's deck is so explosive that, like, if I just keep a mediocre mid-rangey hand, like, I'm not going to win. I feel like this was the kind of hand where I had to keep and just hope that I drew a land. Fear of missing out, sure. Hopefully he doesn't immediately have the graveyard filled with a giant thing. He does. So he can next turn reanimate, attack, untap his guys, another combat, and I did not draw a land. Oh my goodness. I don't think I can mulligan this hand though. There's no way. There's no way against this kind of like, he's literally gonna like start going off on turn 3. There's no way I was supposed to mulligan this hand. I stand by my decision. I'm gonna discard my Nissa. It does stink though that we're gonna lose this. Assuming he reanimates this turn, it's like all but over. And it seemed like his deck had kind of a surplus of reanimates. Oh no. Voltborn's also one of the better ones he can reanimate because like I can't kill it. If I kill it, it just comes back and draws him another card. Gains him another 3 life or whatever. What is this that he's tapping Vault for? Grist? He milled a Grief. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay, we draw our second land on turn 3. Okay, what's the game plan here? So he can sacrifice a creature to blow up one of my creatures. So I can't really play Mana Dork Pass. That doesn't do anything. I can Nature's Lore, which I think is my best option here. Let's do this. And I don't even know. I do not even know. I guess this gets red and white, so we'll just do this one. Alright. Send it. I feel like if he had a reanimate, though, he would have just played it, right? There's no way he would play Grist over a reanimate, so he must be digging for it still. Which means that there is a chance. There is a chance. This is definitely rough, though, especially because with Grist ticking up, we're never going to be able to, like, safely play a creature, basically. Okay. He mills a Barrow-Goyf, sure. Grist is up to 5 loyalty, so he can technically ultimate, which is lose life equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard. Currently 3. We draw a 4th land. That's actually really good, because Eska's Chariots represents 2 creatures, which means we almost certainly untap with at least 1 creature that we can natural order. So, right, that's gotta be the best I guess I could also kill this because it technically is an enchantment creature, but I want to just play this and like exile his big stuff, but like then I'm not advancing my own game plan. Because like the best thing to do would be to put 2 creatures out, and then even if he kills one, then I still untap with 1 in natural order. But if I play like this and then another 2-drop, then I can't activate this anyway. I guess I could play like these 2. He'll kill like the mana dork, and then I'll be left with the 3/2 or something. Is that better than Chariot though? I think Chariot's the best. I think we're just gonna play Chariot, and that'll like basically secure us the natural order next turn. The only way this could go like really wrong is if he has like a Braid to kill the Chariot plus like downtick and like something else. Like he has to have a lot to make me not untap with at least 1 green creature. On end step, he is cutting down a cat. Yeah. That is very unfortunate. It happens though. And then that means we can no longer accrue to block. So we're not blocking with the cat. I mean, we'll block an insect with the cat, I guess, but we finally drew a land in the form of swamp. There's the necromancy on Vaultborn, I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, there's the Vaultborn. So he gains 3, draws a card. He is going to destroy my cat token. And then... okay, there's a Tolly. Okay. So once again, we have the same thing as last time, basically, where he's going to have to kill 2 creatures to make us not untap with Canker, or with Natural Order. I'm thinking Mana Dork is 1 for sure. I could also kill the Necromancy, but the problem is Vaultborn has the ability that when it dies, it just comes back. So if I like Pest Infestation, because I didn't draw a land, I drew a Tolly, so I can like Pest Infestation to get 2 pests and kill 1 thing. So I'd like kill this, it like dies, comes back as a copy of itself. Okay, he gets to draw another card, and then he's a Vaultborn back in the graveyard to reanimate again if he wants to, and then yeah, like that's just terrible. So I think I'm just gonna play here, and I'm gonna save the Graveyard Hate one because I can't activate it anyway, so I'm just gonna play these and pass. This is definitely rough. Definitely rough. On the bright side, I'm not really scared of either of the other creatures that are in his graveyard. I guess Grief actually is pretty bad because then he can take the Natural Order. Yeah, that would actually be pretty bad. Almost certainly he will kill the Fanatic of Ronus, at the very least. He might not kill the Cankerbloom, but he's like 1,000,000% killing the Fanatic. I feel like it'd be crazy not to like downtick, kill the Fanatic, because otherwise I untap and I have like extra mana, and he doesn't even know what I can do with any of that, so. We'll see, we'll see. But I am expecting that that will happen. You may sacrifice a creature. When you do, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and, oh wait. Oh, he doesn't choose my oh. So wait, how does this work? So is this 2 different activations where he activates to sack a creature and then he targets my thing? Okay, I'm gonna let this happen. I think I get another round of priority after he sacrifices. Okay, I do. Good, good, good. So you're gonna target the Fanatic, yeah. So then before it dies, I'm gonna turn my thing into a creature. My Eska's Chariots. And then he can kill the Fanatic. Okay. I was worried there that the way it was worded, it wasn't going to allow me to respond after he had chosen the target of Fnatic. Alright. We have a good blocker here. Ooh, Fire Covenant. Okay, that actually works out really bad then that I animated. But I guess I didn't know he had that. Damn, okay. Because now I'm not getting to untap with the green creature after all. I think we could still do something here, though. Not this turn, but we can hope to, whatchamacallit, Eternalize. And then he is out of loyalty on Grist to be able to kill the Eternalized Fnatic. I'm going to yield through the rest of this turn, though, for now. Okay. We drew a Bloodbraid Challenger for turn. We're at 6, so we have to block this somehow. I really wish this was an instant, because I would kill the Necromancy at instant speed if I could do that. I guess Fnatic is still our best bet. I guess it's the same either way, right? Because I take... Oh, also, wait. Oh, no, okay. Instant, creature. Yeah, so he's still 2 things away from fear of missing out doing anything. This really stinks. I think I am going to Pest Infestation at this point, but not on the Necromancy, just on the Mana Vaults. Because like I can Fnatic Everyone Eternalized, but then I'm forced to block this anyway because I'm at 6. So then I still don't untap with the green creature, and I don't progress at all. So let's just do this. Oh, this is an enchantment. I forgot. That's actually way better than killing the Mana Vault. Yeah, so I'll kill the Fear of Missing Out. And I kind of forgot. Maybe I should have done this earlier then. I forgot Fear of Missing Out was an enchantment. So yeah, we'll choose 1 target. Pay X is 1. And then we'll get a couple pests. I guess we just pass. We're pretty close to dead here, but we're not technically dead. So I'm just going to pass a turn and hope we live the turn cycle. I have no responses, so I'm just going to yield to all for now. If he can't kill us right now, though, he'd have to kill both our pests before combat, right? Because blocking with even 1 pest is enough to save us. So I think we're fine. I think we live. He's already played a lot of his removal anyway. Mills a Swamp with Grist. Okay, so this is tricky because like I have to block with at least 1, right? If I block with 1 and he if he kills in response, I gain the life before. Yeah, so I'm just gonna block with 1, so this should be fine. The only way that this goes poorly is if he like has a pump spell or something. So I'm gonna go to 2 life here, and then I get to untap with the pest token, which is sick. Oh, he did have another removal spell. Okay, so he discarded Torsten to the Bone Shards. So I go to 3. Now I don't have a natural order target. Oh, and he has Animate dead too? Oh, he just had it all, I guess. Dang, okay. That's not good. Now I don't think we really have any outs. Because our natural order is down. I guess we could, like, cascade into something? I really don't even know, though. Similarly to... Oh, we just drew the Atraxa anyway, so we weren't even going to be able to natural order. But similar to Vaultborn, Torsten's another one that killing it doesn't really help. It actually gives him more power in play, because he gets 7/1/1s. Yep, we are dead, unfortunately. I don't know. That was, like, such a weird... I feel like he just, like, had perfect answers to everything I did. But we are dead now, so we're going to concede. Alright, that makes us 1-1 in the league, so we're going to play our last match here. Oh, that was quick. Got like insta-paired. Get to go first. Get to reveal our Lutri companion. And we get an okay opening hand. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to go ahead and lead on a Fintorn Elves. Notably, Atraxa, we don't really have a good way of casting her. We technically have a Birds of Paradise that can make the black mana. But none of our lands actually make black mana. So we either need to have Birds of Paradise. If it's every opponent bolts the bird, what the heck? We need to have black mana with the birds, or we need to find Sneak Attack and Sneak Attack her into play. Otherwise, of course, the main strategy is just to natural order her out. But if she's in hand, obviously we can't do that. So, all right, let's play tap land and pass the turn. These hands get so much worse when I get my manager killed on turn 1 every single game. Ooh, interesting. Dragon's Rage plus Island. So he's some sort of like... Is it like non-creature casting deck? All right, I'm going to grab the Triome here. The Jetmir's Garden. We'll just grab Lutri here, I guess. There's the Sneak Attack, though, so that's good. We'll go and play Island and snag our boy. And we'll pass. The only unfortunate thing about Sneak Attack here is that we don't currently have a second red mana. So in order to play and activate it in the same turn, we either have to draw another red, or I guess we can play it this turn and just next turn, if it lives, pay a red to activate it. Which I think is what we're going to do, actually, because if we just play Eskas and pass, I like that a lot less. So I'm just going to play Sneak Attack. Oh, is this the counterspell anyway, though? I guess it didn't. That does stink. Oh, no, he doesn't counterspell. I was just thinking for a second. Okay, he's making a servo, and then just passing through the turn here. We have a lot of good creatures in our hand to Sneak Attack into play as well. Although notably not Lutri. Lutri doesn't really work. It's worded that you only get to use its ability if you cast it, which is, I think, just to stop people from like doing infinite like Lutri, or I guess you can do infinite Lutri because it's legendary anyway, but to make like, there's like ways where you can like blink it or like make a token copy of it and get the spell back again and again. So I like that they kind of thought of how to balance this card. They were like, well, we can't let him have an infinite combo in the companion zone, but we can, you know, we can't let them have it just for free, you know, as long as it's not an infinite combo. All right, so we're untapping with our Sneak Attack, which is absolutely massive here. Oh, thank you for the follow, Emily Hales. Appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. Playing some Magic the Gathering online today. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to sneak the Atraxa first, hopefully find another red land, and then that'll let us sneak the Atali. There's our red land, so we'll grab that one. There's our land. Oko is our Planeswalker, and... Wait, is this enough to kill already? 5, 12... 16? Not enough. There would only be 16 damage to the opponents. Although, I could play... Oh, no, then I wouldn't have enough mana to Sneak Attack again. Okay. Yes, we'll do Oko, Taiga, and... I don't know. What else am I playing this turn? I go Taiga, Sneak Attack, Itali, and I have 3 mana left. I guess I'm playing Oko, so I guess I should just pick a creature for next turn. I guess I will get the Crater Hoof, just the biggest thing. Oh, opponent conceded. Okay. There we go. There we go. Turns out, sneak attack, broken card. Also, nice thing that they conceded there because they didn't actually get to see that we also have a Tali and some other stuff in our deck, so we didn't have to show them our secrets. Hey yo, how's it going? It's going well for me. How are you? It's actually going amazing for me because Magic Online has the Vintage Cube online, so it's always a great day when that's happening. Against their deck, I don't really want to change anything. I could grab the Haywire Mites or possibly the Canker Bloom since they seem to be kind of artifacty based, but I think we're okay to just send it. Let's run it as is. On the draw for game 2, presumably. And Lutri, still our companion. Our good friend Lutri. Alright. Our opening hand, again, is a one-lander. Except for this one is not worth it, because we have a bunch of big stuff and no sneak attack. So, mulligan. No red mana for the sneak attack. We have 3 red cards in hand, actually. But if the bird lives, then this hand's kind of insane. We're going to keep. And I think we definitely want to keep sneak attack. So like, what's our play pattern? We go turn 1, tapped land. Turn 2, like Fintorn Elves land. And then turn 3, get like birds, something else. So I think I want the lightning bolts. I think I get rid of this. So I'm not going to have 5 mana until like turn 4 anyway, right? Because I get this on turn 2, this on turn 3. Yeah. We'll bottom this. And that looks good to me. Okay. Hopefully they don't just bolt our bird again. I feel like every opponent's just like killed our bird on turn 1. How long have I been streaming on Twitch? Well, today, only an hour. Yeah, so I've been streaming for, I want to say like a couple months now. Kind of infrequently. I try to keep a good schedule, but I've taken some breaks here and there for a week. Did not draw. I was actually really hoping we would draw untapped green land there, but definitely graveyard the chariots and gets us one step closer to our untapped green land on turn 2. Get through here. No untapped green land, unfortunate. So we just have to go. So this is interesting. I feel like they're just going to kill whatever mana work I play. It seems very likely. So even though I would rather have access to more colors of mana next turn, I think I'm actually going to lead with the Fintorn Elves with the understanding that it's probably not going to make it back to me anyway. Okay, maybe I was wrong. It lived through my end step at least. So they didn't have a 1 mana answer. Mox Ruby, well that card's busted. They graveyarded a Flame Slash, which makes me think that they do have some other form of removal, because I'm a creature deck, why would they get rid of their creature removal? Ah, not creature removal, but Gut is quite good. Gut is definitely the kind of card that can get out of hand. So he's going to like attack with Dragon's Rage, sack the Mox Ruby. Oh no, okay, he did have 1 mana removal. It was just sorcery. Okay, that's what I figured. So he's going to Chain Lightning our Mana Dork here. Attack with Dragon's Rage Channeler. Sacrifice probably like the Mox Ruby. Make a 4/1 also attacking us. It's gonna be not great. It's gonna be not great. Oh, also, I guess when he sacks the Mox Ruby, he's actually gonna get Delirium, so it's actually gonna hit us for like 7. Right? Or wait. Artifact, sorcery, mount, land. Okay, no, he actually has 2 sorceries. Not quite. He's close to Delirium though. Only 1 away. Okay, we hit for 5. And land. Okay, we did get a land. We're gonna play it. Unfortunately, we do not have an opportunity to Lightning Bolt the Gut because we have no red. But I can go birds into Hex Drinker. And I'll just level it up, might as well. He has 1 card in hand, but with just what he has on field, he's representing a ton of damage on us. Like, it's gonna get out of control really quickly. He did play a land, so he still only has 1 card. Hopefully he can't get Delirium here. No thank you, Emily. I appreciate the offer. Guts attacking too. That's interesting. He's gonna sack himself just to give Delirium? He did sack. Oh no, he sacked the Dragon's Rage. Okay. Wait, what? Yeah, this is fine. I'd rather not lose the Hex Drinker, but I don't think I'm gonna have the time to level it up anyway. So this is a good as use for it as any. Can't speak. All right. Well, we're gonna die very quickly here. We did draw another land, but it's not a red land, so that's problematic. And we're down 2 colors here. We have blue, red, or white, and then we still need a red or a white. So we can't cast Satya. We can bolt one of the skeletons and take 4. Yikes. Okay, well, you do what you gotta do. I'm gonna go ahead, first of all, and grab Blue Tree from the companion zone. And then, yeah, we're just gonna bolt this guy. And if he has a bolt, then so be it. Alright, moment of truth. Does he have a way to kill us? Seems likely, but not impossible that he whiffs for 1 turn. Chandra does not quite do it. Puts us at 1. Oh, he just killed the bird, actually. Okay. That's smart, because that cuts off more outs. Not that we had any, because we keep drawing these red and white cards with our green and blue lands. So now we actually are just dead. Because this has Menace, so I need 2 blockers for it. So we are donezo. Alright, we're tied up 1-1. Alright, let's think. They have a ton more burn than I realized from game 1. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? They have so many removal spells for our creatures. This might actually be the Ephemerate angle here, where we try to use it to protect our creatures. But I also don't have that much white mana. I'd have to add more planes, probably. What are other alternatives? I think Quatley might have been something we should have been playing more anyway, just because it finds a basic land, fixes our mana. It also is just like a decent body. Let's put Huatli in, take out some of the clunkier stuff. Similarly, Uvenwald Oddity. Maybe that should have been like, this should have been the starting deck, is no Uvenwald and then Huatli instead. Okay. What else? What else? Huatli's good. Hammermite gains life, so that's kind of cool. But then he doesn't seem to have that many good targets for the actual ability on it. Maybe just more like cheap creatures is going to be the move, just to like have like just actual blockers for his early game. Like Cankerbloom, Bristly Bill, stuff like that. Let's take out the Bloodbrain Challenger. This is more of like a long-term like value engine card. You can keep casting from the graveyard. Doesn't seem like that's the kind of game we're having. And let's put in another cheap green creature. Let's get Bristly Bill. And I guess I could also take out my Graveyard Hate if I wanted to. But it's just another 2-drop creature, so we'll just send it like this. Okay. This looks better, I think. Just like, this is like basically reducing the cost of our creatures overall by a decent bit. Alright, we just go first for the final game though. Lutri, still our faithful companion. And what does our opening hand look like? A little not great. We don't have one of our early green creatures. We do have like a removal spell into a good 3-drop. And this is a very good stabilizing card. If we can get to it. I think I'm going to keep. Now I just go Foothills and pass. And now if he plays a turn 1 card, I can bolt it. Otherwise, I can just get a tap land. Mox Ruby on turn 1? Unheard of. This is exactly the kind of card I would like to bolt. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. If he does, I get a tap treasure token. Yeah, so that'll resolve. And then I'm just going to go ahead and bolt it now. Because I already have access to white and green. So getting a just untapped, I guess I can actually get Taiga. Getting an untapped land, I'm only missing blue now. And I feel like it's better to leave the door open to drawing a 2-drop on turn 2 here. We didn't, but that's still fine. Go ahead and play a forest here, and I'll pass the turn back. If we have a open attack with Lelia next turn, that'd be awesome. Guts is good, but very good thing we killed his 2-drop, because otherwise he'd be attacking, making a 4-2 already. It would be in big trouble. So the bolt is already paying off. We get to attack with Lelia here. Go ahead and play my planes down. We are 100% getting to Authority now. We have all 5 lands we need for it in hand. And we'll play our own 3-mana 2-2 with broken abilities. So we attack. Exile the top. It's a land. That's fine. Hit them for 3. And pass back. Go ahead and yield here. So we don't have much going on for next turn. The good news is if he doesn't kill Lelia, we actually get 2 looks at the top of our deck to find something to do. And also, if he wants to get his value out of, if he wants to get a 4-1, he has to actually attack with Gut, since that's his only creature currently. Our opponent is thinking. He's in the tank. This is his first blue mana. 3rd Path Iconoclast. That makes a lot of sense for his deck, yeah. He's got 3 cards in hand here. The worst case scenario is if he has like removal spell for Lelia, make a 1-1 off 3rd Path, and then attack with Gut, sack the 1-1, hit me for 6. That's, oh, and that's literally exactly what he's doing. No, that's like disaster scenario. Okay. That is like the perfect card for him there. Yikers. Okay, so we go to 13. We're tied up now. And we draw a land, so we don't even have anything to play this turn. Okay, well, this game's probably over now. Like, in fact, it might be literally over, because he's going to attack 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's, like, putting us to 1 next turn already, which is, like, without any other help. Oh, my God. We just needed him to not have exactly removal for Lelia there. That really, really blows. Okay, pass turn. This is why Gut is disgusting. Like, why? Like, I slip up one time. He gets past my blockers one time, and the game's just over. He hits me for 6, and the next turn 10. It's just ridiculous. I assume he has a way to do 1 damage here, but that's. I guess we'll find out. And he does. In fact, it is 2 damage to our face. Oh my God, that stings so bad. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, we needed him to whiff 1 time on the removal spell. We just couldn't do it. We get exactly -1 here, and we lose. Yikes! I thought our deck was really good, too. I actually had a lot of faith that we were going to at least 2-1. The 1-2 finish is really disappointing for how broken our deck was. Okay. That's alright. We're going to shake it off. We're going to get back in there. I think... Is our thing still running? Okay, yeah, we're good. I wasn't hearing the music for a second, but it's still good. Oh. Okay. I think it's time to get back into the draft queue. We are going to draft a new busted deck to play with. And this time we will not have our disappointing finish. We will at least 2-1. Okay. I'm hoping we can show off some cool combo decks, but I'll take what I can get. Alright. Pack 1 of the first draft of the stream. What do we have? Some stuff. There's some stuff here. Notable cards to pick from. Ragavan, obviously, has some very good playability in red aggressive decks. Got some fetched lands, always solid mana fixing. We have a Wheel of Fortune if we want to do combo-y things. There's also Expressive Iteration as kind of a value card. Memory Lapse is a very good counterspell. I don't even know what this card does. Discard 2, draw 2. If there are 7 more cards in your graveyard, you get to exile 1 from your bin and cast it this turn. Okay. That also seems very good in a red aggressive deck. We could potentially pick Ragavan and hope to wheel the Light Shatter, which I think is the plan. So we're going to take the Ragavan, pick 1. see where this goes. Okay. Pick 2. Very slim pickings for mono red. We have a Death Greeter's Champion, which is honestly not my favorite mono red card. But on the side of combo, we have a lot going on. We have Force of Will to protect our combo. We have Time Spiral if we're doing like high tide stuff. We have Shallow Grave if we're trying to reanimate. We have Tameo if we're doing the Displacer Kitten combos. We have a lot going on here that we can do with our combo stuff. Obviously none of it really works with our first pick that well, but Urza is also a very busted card just on its own, and another card in the pack, Agatha's, works well with Urza, so we could like take Urza, try to get this back on the wheel. Overall, you know what? I'm gonna try for mono red this draft. I'm gonna try for mono red, which leads me to want to take the Death Greeter's Champion. I think normally I would take Urza here, but I want to see if I can make a really good mono red deck. Maybe not mono red, but a red based aggro deck. So like if I had taken like Urza last pack, this pack I'd probably be taking something like Steam Vents or Shelldock, but no sir. We are looking at either deal damage to a player, make a blood token whenever you discard, put a counter. That seems quite good. Versus Dragon's Rage Channeler. Both seem pretty solid. Dragon's Rage is obviously a 1-drop, which lends itself to the overall aggressive nature of our deck. But it also is like not that good at like doing a ton of damage. I feel like this has a higher ceiling, so I'm just gonna take it. Plus, it's a new card. I haven't played with it yet. We'll see how it goes. Right here, we have some options as well. We have a red dual land in the form of the Verge. Black-red is not my favorite for an aggro deck. I prefer red-white or something, or even red-green if I want to do more mid-range aggro. Unholy Heat is a decent removal spell, just a shock for only creatures. I think, though, the best card for my deck is going to be the Figure of Destiny. Another 1-drop, but another 1-drop that scales really well. It gets big pretty quickly, and make sure that I don't run out of gas. It's like several threats kind of built into one card. We have some good options here as well. Again, a new card. We have another 1-mana 2/1, similar to Ragavan. This one, though, can, at some point during the game, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many, and then I put a counter on this creature. Not like the most useful ability, especially for 3 mana. However, it does discard cards, which works with this. It can, like, discard some lands when we don't need them to refill our hand with gas. This one's a little bit more niche. It's still very good. In fact, it also discards cards. But, you know what? I don't think anyone's on mono red except for me. So I'm going to wheel this one. I'm going to take this one. I don't think anyone's going to take the goblin. So, and I think this one's more, like, usable in other decks. So I'm going to take that one. Here, Robber of the Rich is really my only card I'm looking at. I could consider Blood Tithe Harvester. Decent rate on a creature, 2-mana 3/2. That also makes a blood token, can be used to remove big blockers. I have another blood token card already, but I think this card is just a really good rate for an aggressive creature. Jite is also very tempting, but I think I'd rather just grab this. Ooh, Brain Surge is in the cube now. That's kind of cool. What do I want to do with this pick? Excuse me. We do have a Boros card here in the form of General Ferris Rockrick. 3-mana 3/1, not great stats. He's a little harder to remove than most with Hexproof from monocolored. And then multicolored spells make 4/4s. Currently we only have 1 multicolored spell, but I think we can make this work. We can do something with this. There's the Displacer Kitten I was speaking of earlier. But I think that ship has sailed. We are not being not going to be doing any of that stuff. Seething Song is our only red card of the pack, but I'm going to try not to be a deck that would even want this card. I'm going to take this in case we end up splashing into black. Alright, what do we get on the wheel? Yeah, there wasn't really much in this opening pack that I would have taken from mono red other than the Ragavan. This is technically a black-red land. This, like, if I'm somehow like a red-blue aggressive deck, I guess technically that last deck we just lost to kind of was that. I could take this. I think I'd rather have expressive than a tapped land though, so I'm just gonna grab this. This pack kind of has nothing left for mono red. Although I'm surprised Time Travel made it all the way around. This card's sweet. I don't know. I mean, none of these are gonna be very useful for us. Let's take this, I guess. Failed Loading isn't really the card I want to be playing. It's really more of like a combo-y card, but I do have like, I technically have some stuff going on with like discarding and I don't know. Yeah, we can find something to do with this. Wow, the red really dried up. Someone must be also trying to pick up some red cards. I assume not mono red, since we got a lot of the good like red aggressive cards. But that does stink. We're getting cut a little bit here. I'll just take the land. Oh, we didn't. This was the pack with the goblin, wasn't it? We took Fear of Missing Out instead of goblin in this pack, and we did not get the goblin back. That is interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Or maybe it was this one. I don't actually remember. Take this and take this. Okay. So it looks like there might also be another mono red drafter at the table, which does stink because it's not the kind of deck that I feel like works that great when you're like forcing to share cards with another person. So we should probably pivot more into like red white if I had to guess. We got no red white fixing. Our only two lands were red green and like red, or not even red, just green blue black. Okay. Well, let's look at this opening packet. There are some options. I can take Mox Emerald as basically just a colorless Moxen, which is probably what I'll do. However, it's not even that good. Like, I have a lot of cheap 1 mana and like a lot of colored pips. Like, a colorless Mox is still broken, but like, it's honestly not even that good in our deck. I'm almost tempted to like speculatively take like Stoneforge Mystic to try to find something broken to do with that, but I'll go ahead and slam the Mox. Alright, this pack. If we're going into white, this is a very good aggressive white card that also disrupts the opponents. There is also this, if we want to stay with red cards. Portable Hole is fine removal, although not my favorite, especially since it's a single white pip, and we're going to be leaning heavily into red mana, so it's going to be hard to actually play early, presumably. That's about all I see here. I think, knowing now that I'm kind of getting, like, sharing red with another drafter makes me kind of want to just take this, since it's, like, the only good red aggressive card in the entire pack. Yeah, let's do that. Inti. Okay. I love Flash, but Inti is disgusting. Inti is so broken. It also works really well with this thing. It also works really well with getting Delirium. It works well. It's so good. This card is insanely broken. And also nothing really even really comes close to being pickable for us other than Inti, so easy enough. Easy enough. Got a free removal spell, but it's a pitch card. 4 damage among any number of target creatures. So unlike the Sacrifice 2 Mountains one, cannot go face. Which kind of makes me want to just take Headliner Scarlet over it. is like fine. It's a fine card. Jacked Rabbit is also quite good if we're gonna end up being like red white at the end of the day anyway. This also makes our mocks slightly better, just like having a 4-drop. All right, fine. No red cards. So we're taking a land here. The question is which land? I'm guessing just Sunbaked, since like white's our only other color so far. This is a better land overall. We could like maybe play Nethergoyf or something. Actually, wait, we do have like a lot of like discard stuff. We could be like red-black. Because like right now this is not making the cut. This would be our only use of the white mana, and it's not even like I don't even need it to be white. I can always just pay red for it. I think I'll just take the Sunbaked though. Just like already having a decent aggressive white card makes me want to do that. This pack kind of sucks for us. This pack really has nothing I would play. What? No, really nothing. This technically discards. It's a removal spell. Normally I play this in reanimator decks, but I could use it as like a 2-mana removal spell that like discards something, triggers my discard stuff. But I think we're just gonna be taking like a Sarah Paragon or something in case we need to like grind out, just like bringing it from the sideboard in a matchup that is gonna be grindy or something. Okay. Green-red aggro still on the table. Unfortunately, it's a domain card, and right now we only would really be having it be a 2-mana 2/2, which honestly still isn't bad. And it discards the draw, which triggers all our stuff. I was gonna say this is a slam dunk, but this is like legitimately like a consideration. This card's also really good. This is kind of hard because like honestly, Karizev I don't think is even that good of a card. Like it's the red card, it's the red aggro card of the pack, but I feel like these cards are both better cards overall. I think I'd still rather take the cheaper creature. Oh, can I take it though? Okay, there we go. I was having trouble picking it there. Yeah, maybe that's wrong. I don't know. The domain one is like kind of interesting because again, it would only ever really be it also makes this better, right? It's a green mana, but it would only ever really be a 2/2 in our current configuration. But I kind of like that. I kind of wish I had taken that now, rather than this thing. This is kind of like a 3/3, because like you don't like the toughness they're trying to block is 3, and excuse me, and it does 3 damage if they block neither. So it's like weirdly like a 3/3 creature for 2, which is like a 3/3 for 2 in red is like good, but I don't know. All right, this pack we have another removal spell option. We also have Voldaren Epicure, which is an aggressive creature that pings the opponent and makes a blood token for our discardy stuff. Braid's cool and all, but dang, more 1-drops. Let's go. Fire of Fire Ice is fine. These are all terrible for us. This is technically a red card, but it does nothing in our deck. It's a 1-mana 1/1. I don't know. Granic Star could do something with something. I don't know. Pyrokinesis came back. That makes me think that there's not another mono red drafter. That's really weird. Why pack 1 the Goblin didn't come back. Very peculiar. We got the Kavu back. Okay, that's actually really cool. That makes me happy that I ended up taking the other thing, because the Kavu is the one even above the Sentinel that I was more interested in. Territorial Kavu, I think is gonna make the cut, right? Like even if it's, I guess it's not that good if it's a 1/1, right? If I only have a mountain, but if I have a mountain and a forest, like this seems very doable. 2-mana 2/2 that discards and draws, and occasionally is graveyard hate. Like That's like solid, right? What about this pick? There's another fixing land. It's not a forest, notably. It's like similar to Copperline Gorge. It makes red and green, but it's not a type forest for domain. Nothing else standing out though. So guess we'll take it. Alright. I should probably get the Copperline over here as well. Maybe you take the Sunbaked out. Do I have any other green cards currently? I do not. Okay. Alright. Pick 2 here. We have another good aggressive card. This one is white. So far, my only white fixing is Sunbaked Canyon. Which makes me not really want to take this. How many? I have a lot of like picks to get. I have like not gotten a lot of playables. I'm gonna be kind of short on playables here if I don't start taking some stuff. But I really want to just have good fixing. Like Taiga is so tempting here. I think I should take this, but I think I'm gonna take more fixing. It'll make me take more green cards, and then I'll end up with more playables overall anyway. So it's fine. Alright. Another green-red land. Oh, okay. I can't afford to take this one. I just took Taiga. Plus, this is a tapped land anyway, so I'd rather Taiga over this. I think this is a Seasoned Pyromancer angle. It discards, triggers our discard stuff, and is like 4/4 worth of stats for 3 mana, which is very solid. So we'll grab that. We have 1 mana removal. 5 mana dragon, not really what I'm looking for. Creature tokens gets counters, no. And Intrepid Adversary. But again, I'd like to avoid white if I can. So I think it's going to be like one of these two. And I'm leaning towards Cankerbloom. Although I have picked like 0 burn spells so far until I get rid of blockers. So I'm going to get like Stonewall on the ground pretty easily. Okay, maybe I should just take this then actually. Yeah, we'll do that. Another red-white fixing land. That's not bad. Another burn spell. This time a shock to any targets. The green cards in this pack are not really for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Tarfire. As not exciting as an actual shock is, I think it's better than anything else in this pack, especially if I am not caring about the land here. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, never mind. Okay, sorry. I didn't see Screaming Nemesis. I'm just going to take this. I was about to say I could take Savannah because it's a forest that just happens to have, like, it's just the same as an untapped forest, but it has the type plains for domain, but this card's just really good, so I'm going to take it. Okay, a couple good options here for aggressive decks. Hex Drinker is insanely good. It does require green on turn 1 if it's in my opening hand, but Mind Collapse is kind of mid. I think it's good at getting blockers out of the way, and Detective's Phoenix is also really good. I like all 3 of these cards actually. I like all 3 of these cards. I mean, this pack is gonna have 1 card left in it when it comes back around to me, right? Like, maybe I get one of these cards. Maybe I get Mind Collapse back. No one plays this card. I'm gonna take one of these 2, and I think it's gonna be Detective's Phoenix. Okay. And here, we get to pick a Generous Plunderer. Nothing. How many playables do we need still? We have like 3 lands and like another land here. So we still need like, kind of like 4 playables, honestly. Which I guess I can throw in like Faithless Looting, maybe Fire Ice just for the fire part. That's kind of icky. Ugh. Yeah, I guess I'm taking the Gold Span just as a card I can play. Yikes, I'm trying to avoid taking these like really expensive dragons, but like there's nothing else. I'm gonna get all 3 5-mana dragons from this pack, aren't I? Because I'm pretty sure the next pack has the... Oh no, okay, no, I didn't get the Lost Caverns of Ixalan one. Okay. Yeah, this is bad. I guess I'm gonna take another fixing land. I don't know. Like, I only have 1 green card. It seems unnecessary, but like I'm not gonna play Nissa. That's the one I was talking about, Bonehorde Dracosaur, and I might have to take it here. Actually, I'll take one of the green cards instead. That's better than some random 5-mana dragon. It's a Kinkerbloom. 4, 5. We're getting close to the playables here. This is red-white tap land, I guess. Sure. Sure. Okay. We did not get the Mind Collapse back on the wheel. So, okay, how are we going to build this? I feel like we want to play like 15 lands plus Mox or something, right? What are we at now? I got 13 lands currently, which would put us at 17 lands plus Mox. Yikes. That's terrible. Okay. So I need to add at least 1 to 2 cards here. I don't think I ended up with enough white fixing. I have Raugrin and Sunbaked. It's like 2. I guess technically Razor Verse is green whites, but I would prefer not to play anything that doesn't produce red. So I basically have 2 white sources for free. If I not even for free because they're like tapped and like hurts me, but there's not even any white cards. I just realized I only had Ferris as the only like white card I drafted, so that's not even good. So we got to work with just red green, and there's no other red green cards for us to play other than Faithless Looting and the Fire of Fire Ice. I could play both, and that would put us at the number I wanted, which is 15 lands plus Mox. Although, after picking up 2 giant 5-drops at the end of that draft that I think I'm going to have to play, I might want to do 16 lands plus Mox. I don't know. Like, I guess I'll play Fire. Would I rather play another land or a Faithless Looting? I feel like Faithless Looting, right? Like, it triggers some of my stuff, it fuels Delirium, it gets me to better cards. It can also find me lands if I'm actually short on lands in a game, but... Alright, well I don't love it, but here's what we're left with. And then we're playing all the green-red lands we got already. I guess we could play Sunbaked Canyon as literally just a red pain land that like we can sack to draw a card later, which is like not even the worst. I don't know. I don't think that's particularly worth it. I think we just run it like we have it right here. The question is how many of these we run. I think all of them. The only ones that I would consider cutting are the commercial districts, since it's always tapped, and we only have 2 green cards, but I can just run like 11. I can throw 11 mountains in. I think this deck is ready to go. Which is what we'll do. Solid. Okay. Let's run it. I never play red in Cube also, so this is going to be an interesting experience, especially because some of these cards I have not even really played with before. Fear of Missing Out, Detective's Phoenix, Ivora. This is like all new stuff to me. Even like Screaming Nemesis, like, yeah, I just like have not played with a lot of these cards before. Although, to be fair, red is pretty simple. You just kind of like play creatures, turn them sideways. This hand sucks. Yikes. I guess I still have a turn 1 play. How many 1-drops do I have in the deck? I have 1-drop creatures are 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 1-drop creatures in the deck, so having one of them is kind of nice. Plus, I can always like immediately discard one of these lands to the blood token to draw a card. And I can surveil one if I really need to. This feels wrong. This feels wrong. I'm going to keep, though. I'm going to keep. The reason that I'm keeping is because I want a 1-drop creature. And I want to concede. I want to concede the game. I want to concede the game right now. What the heck? Why? Why am I the most unlucky person on the planet? Of course I get paired against the one person who's going to turn 1 swamp thought sees me. That's insane. Oh my god. I deserve that, I guess. I don't know. That's just something else. That is just something else. That pisses me off. There's no way. There's no way. The one time I'm like, I'll keep this 6-lander and it'll play out because I have a turn 1 creature. Of course, he just has the answer. Emperor of Bones. Interesting. So he's going to exile my guy or something? Sure. And then he can pay 2, put a counter on this creature, put a creature exiled with this creature onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter. Okay, so he can make a Voldaren Epicure on his side if he pays 2. That's pretty good. It's fear of missing out. Let's go red, red, discard a mountain. Discard a mountain. We draw a Ragavan, and then we'll pass the turn again. Right, so at least he, I don't know, is it even that good for it? Oh, Deep Cavern Bats. Okay. I was gonna say we can start getting in there with Ragavan if he attacks with Emperor, but looks like he's gonna have access to our Ragavan, or I guess he could take the Detective's Phoenix. Either are going to be decent options for him, right? Although I feel like he's taking Ragavan here, right? Like, so the bestow for a red, I still have to collect evidence 6 even if I don't cast it from my graveyard. Okay, so this is literally just like a Chandra's Phoenix for me. That's fine. He did take the Detective's Phoenix, which is interesting because now I can dash Ragavan and he actually has to trade if he doesn't want it to hit, which I'm kind of good with that. Fire ice. Okay, I could also do that. I guess I can fire the Emperor of Bones so that he doesn't get value out of it, and then I guess I wouldn't be able to dash Ragavan. Then I would have to play Ragavan. So I can extra combat if I have Delirium. Okay. I am going to do that, actually. I'm going to go ahead and just straight up cast Fire main phase on the... Oh, actually, you know what? I have a better plan. I'm just going to play Ragavan. And then I'm going to go to combat. And then I'm going to attack with my Fear of Missing Out. He also missed a land drop, notably, on his 3rd turn there. It's kind of interesting. Okay, now we'll go ahead and fire the Emperor of Bones here. We'll just fire him. And go ahead and pass here. I would have liked to get back my Detective's Phoenix. However, it seems like he has a lot of discard, so having it under the bat actually isn't even that bad because he can't like make me discard it. And also, he's missing land drops, so it's likely I'll actually get in with Ragavan unless he wants to trade. Exiling, fire, ice, sure. This is graveyard hate. Exile a card from a graveyard. Put each creature card into play with a one. Okay, sure. That's fine. There's my pyrokinesis. Alright, well, I guess I'll just attack, and if he trades, that's fine, I guess. Oh, what? I passed through combat by accident. Well, oopsies. That kind of stinks. I don't know what went through my head. I just started clicking OK so I could attack, and then I just didn't attack. You got a land here. That's bad, because it means he can probably play something impactful this turn. I missed out on my opportunity to get Ragavan in for free. Yikers. Although, nice thing is, if he plays some random 3 toughness creature and I draw a red card, I can 2-for-1 both of them. But yeah, I should have definitely gotten in, at least with fear of missing out. That sucks. Dang it. Dang it. Well, it seems my opponent has options here. He's thinking now that he has his 3rd land. Okay, he's gonna pass, I guess. Okay, get a gold span. That's probably better than holding up Pyro. If he counterspells me here, it's kind of disastrous, but he hasn't shown any counters yet. So, I'm just going to go for it. He does have a counterspell. Which counterspell, though? If it's mana drain, then I'm actually very sad, but... Oh, he's filtering for a green? What is happening? Oh, what? Just Manamorphose? Okay, sure. Got blue-black there, and then... Go back to resolving my Goldspan. What you got for a blue and a black? His deck is very strange. Exiled Flash for Force of Will. Okay, sure. Sure. His deck is very strange. Manamorphose, Force, he's a Graveyard Reanimator deck that also has Discard and Force of Will and Manamorphose. I'm very confused. But, we'll go with it. Alright, this time I will not forget to attack. Go ahead and do that. He is going to trade with my Ragavan, which is sad, but it's okay. And I'll go ahead and pass. Let's see, what does he Ghost Vacuum here? Probably the Goldspan. Came out with Ragavan. That's interesting. He'd rather Ghost Vacuum my Ragavan? Oh, maybe he's going to reanimate the Goldspan, is why he didn't Ghost Vacuum it. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just Ghost Vacuum? Yeah, okay, he's gonna reanimate my Goldspan. Well, that's no fun. Now I'm gonna have to probably kill that. Well, I assume that's what he's getting for. Yeah, okay, he's gonna reanimate my Goldspan Dragon. So I'm gonna have to give him a treasure token here. But I kinda really don't have a choice. So he gets a treasure token, and then I almost have Delirium again, but he can always just exile stuff if he wants to. Okay. Immediately exiles it, yep. He's at 4 mana right now, and has not played a land for turn. Let's see if he does. If he plays land for turn, we're kind of in trouble, because that means he can the next turn play his 5th land, you know, use everything to sack the Ghost Vacuum. Looks like he does not have it. Okay, nice. Okay, we got at least another turn of reprieve then. Rob the Rich is also very nice because he has more cards in hand than us, so we can get some value here. I'm very curious as to what is going on with his deck. Like, why does he have Manamorphose in his Reanimator deck? But I guess we'll find out. Alright, go to combat here. This time, once again, I will not forget to attack. Get in there with our boys. And we exile the top card of his library. It is a land. Ugh. Can I play lands with this thing, actually? During any turn you take the rogue, you may cast that card. Okay, so I cannot play his Watery Grave. It is just gone forever. But I'll pass. Shifting with also a green land? What the heck is going on? This is also a good land. He can pay 4 mana to basically copy something in his graveyard. So if he has a big creature in there, which I assume he does have in his deck, right? It's reanimating, but although I've yet to see a big creature for him, so who knows? Let's go straight to combat. Let's see here. I can get another thing off the top here. And we will now be able to cast his drumroll please. Dismember. Okay, cool. So he can cast a Dismember if we so choose. Unfortunately, we lose access to this card pool as soon as we pass turn here, so we actually are not. Ooh, that's bad. I assume he's just getting like a land or something that makes mana so he can activate Ghost Vacuum. Although he could have like some sort of combo set up, I don't know. But I assume he's just getting mana. Would be my guess. So yeah, he's probably gonna like end of turn Ghost Vacuum his like Deep Cavern Bat or something, and then on tap, spend all of his mana and sack the Ghost Vacuum. Oh, he didn't even use it. What? Did he forget? Oh yeah. Whatever. Works for me. So yeah, we're gonna. The nice thing is though, if this guy lives, I can dismember like before blocks, on combat. Oh, right. You can see he did not have the means to do what he wanted to do. I guess. I guess we're not gonna be sideboarding since we have like no sideboard. We're playing all of the cards that are playable in from our pool, but you know. I think that this is going to be a decent matchup for us. We don't have anything like that big he can reanimate. Goldspan Dragon is really like the biggest thing we have for him to like take from us. And also we're like gonna kind of go underneath his deck if he's not quick enough. I'm out of water. This hand's interesting. So I'm on the draw again. I do have a turn 1 play, and I have one of the most busted cards in my deck. I think I'm going to keep. It has the opposite problem of my last hand, where instead of having only one spell, it only has one land. But it's a very good hand otherwise. Very good hand, in fact. Okay, so we get to play turn 1 Epicure. Oh, we even draw a land. Look at that. So we're going to play our turn 1 Epicure. And that will make us a blood token. And then, assuming he doesn't kill the Epicure, I'm going to get to immediately on turn 2 play Inti and attack with Epicure, immediately trigger Inti. It's going to be great. He gets to look at a random card in our hand. He sees that we have a Goldspan Dragon in our hand. Okay. That's honestly fine. That's probably the one that I want him to know about the most of all these cards in hand. Like, I guess Mountain would have been better, but like, I really don't care if he knows that I have a Goldspan because that's not coming down for a while. And actually, I might be discarding it on my turn 2 here to the Inti if all goes to plan. Alright, he just like fetched and then passed, which makes me think he has a removal spell up or a counter spell or something. Okay, so the question now is, if I think he has a counter spell, do I still run out Inti? I could instead go like Figure of Destiny level up or something. If I'm scared of blue counter spell. Yeah, I think that's probably better, right? Like I just go Figure, if he counters it, I still have a mana up for Tarfire. So I'm just going to go to combat here. Or even blood token activation. I'm going to attack with my Epicure. It kind of stings too, because I really would have liked to turn 2 Inti, but I'm just not going to risk it. Just going to play my Figure of Destiny. If he wants to kill or counter it, so be it. And then I can do this at instant speed. Yeah, so I'm just going to pass the turn here. And now I have lots of options. I can level this up. I can crack a blood token. I can Tarfire. Whatever needs to be done. Ah, Nadu. Okay. Nadu's quite good. I also have nothing currently in hand that deals with it. It only does 2 damage. So I'm just going to go ahead and level this up now. Seems like that's going to be what we need to do anyway. Nadu is going to be interesting because we really don't have a good answer to it right now. Other than just like attacking with and making my creatures big enough, I guess. Draw for turn is Robber of the Rich. Okay, so we don't draw a land here, but with Inti, if we attack, we actually can end up finding a land. We'd have to sacrifice one of our creatures, though. We have to be basically like giving them up. Although I guess I could Tarfire. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and play Inti. He has a 4 toughness creature here. He's gonna block one of my 2/2s. And then if I get a land off Inti's trigger, I'll play land and Tarfire the Nadu. And that'll work out quite well for him not to untap and get a bunch of value. So I'm going to attack with both. I'm going to allow Inti's trigger to resolve. I will choose to discard the gold. See, I'm not going to play the Goldspan Dragon. The problem is he can reanimate it if I discard it. So I think I'm actually going to discard the Shield Breaker, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the counter on the Epicure. Hopefully I exile a mountain here. That'd be amazing. I do not. That's unfortunate. Now we're not gonna be able to do the Tarfire thing. We'll still get in for 2 damage though, but that is very disappointing. No free Nadu kill for us. So we're gonna be basically throwing away our Figure of Destiny to get a turn closer to hitting a land drop. So I'm going to pass now. Very unfortunate there. If we hit a mountain, I think would be in amazing shape. But we'll go ahead and yield through this turn here. Next turn, we're probably going to do a similar strategy. What is this? So the dash cost on this is 4, so we're not doing that. I guess I could just play this for its non-dash cost. Cast it for, if I drew all land, that is, obviously. And then I could like double strike up the Inti, I guess I don't even really want to double strike up the Inti because then he'll try to kill the Inti. I can double strike up the Epicure and then put a counter with Inti, discarding a card, and then it'd be like a 4/4 double striking trampler. Never mind, he murdered my Inti. Sad. Okay. He's flashing. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so he's gonna blow up all my lands here. And he's gonna be left with like a 5/5 or something, right? Yeah, 5/5. Alright, so he's blowing up my lands. This is very bad. He had the combo as well. Man. Okay. Commercial districts. We have a little bit of time here. He only has 8 power in play, so I have a little bit of time before I'm actually like dead. There's Flame Slash. So that's kind of interesting. I can Flame Slash to kill his Nadu. But then what am I doing next turn, right? Like, I'm doing nothing next turn? What are my outs to winning this game? I feel like... Okay, so here's what I'm gonna keep the Flame Slash on top. And then next turn, I'm gonna crack my Blood token. And hopefully high roll by hitting a land, play that land, then I can Flame Slash the Nadu, and we'll be in much better shape. Because if I bottom the Flame Slash, then I'm just kind of letting him hit me for 8 every turn, and that doesn't seem very sustainable. But I think if we can get a second land into play next turn and kill the Nadu, we'd be in actually decent shape. He'd be left with nothing but this like 5/5. It is a 5/5 trampler, I guess, but even still, I don't find that too distressing. No blocks from me, sir. So I'm at 9. Let's hope he doesn't have another big play. I guess he could reanimate my Inti, but he would have done that before combat, presumably. So he doesn't have a reanimate. What could he have? I guess we're about to find out. He has an Emperor of Bones. Interesting that he didn't choose to do that before combat to get its trigger. But I suppose... Can he do this at... beginning of combat, exile 1 card. Okay, so he won't be able to declare it as an attacker if he, like, exiles it at the beginning of combat, immediately adapts it, and then... Yeah, so he should have played this before combat then, and then he would have gotten something that he could put into play for next turn. In any case, we're going to go ahead and activate our Blood token. Since it seems like he doesn't have a reanimates, then he can Emperor of Bones it. This is terrible. It's all terrible. I kind of want to Tarfire the Emperor of Bones too, but I need to kill one thing at a time here. I guess I will just gold span discard. And if we draw a mountain here, we did not. Okay, so we're dead. We can go to game 3, I suppose. Again, nothing to sideboard. We have literal no cards that we can sideboard in. Oh boy. Okay. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Is my camera looking okay? It looks really, my face looks really bright all of a sudden. I guess that's fine. Get the last few drops out of that. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like this matchup should be pretty good for us. That game just did not work out great for us. I guess he also just had the flash into Woodfall Primus, so like we probably weren't beating that even if we did hit the 3rd land off the Inti trigger, but like I don't know, it definitely would have been better because we would have had a land left in play. And then we would have drawn our 2nd land, and so on and so forth. But in any case, what am I hoping for? On the play game 3, I'm hoping for just a hand that has like turn 1 Ragavan. It seems like he doesn't have a lot of great ways other than like Dismember to just kill my turn 1 play. Well, I did. I literally just asked for it, so we're gonna keep it. It is a one-lander, but so be it. Yeah. Here comes the turn one. All right. Oh, Ragavan. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Nice thing too is we also have like Faithless Looting, and we can like get the treasure tokens. So, like we're not gonna be too crimped on mana, despite keeping a one-lander. Best case scenario is we draw a land here. We get to play a 2-drop as well, but whatever. Ah, we did. Okay. So this discards a card on ETB. This says whenever I discard a card, I put a counter on her. So I'm actually gonna lead with the 2-mana 1. I guess before I do anything, I should. This is not a haste, no, it's trample. Okay. Before anything, I should lead with attacking with Ragavan, which I will do. And I guess we'll see what we get off of his deck here. We are exiling from him a land. Okay, whatever, it's fine. And I'll play Ivora, Unstable Air, and make a blood token. Then I'll pass. So, let's see what he's got. Emperor, Oath of Druids. Oh, yikes. Okay. I don't think I have any way to deal with that in my entire deck. That's really bad. What even big? I have not even seen any of his big stuff yet. It's just been Woodfall Primus. I'm not scared of Woodfall Primus if that's his biggest thing, but like, that's bad. Okay, so what are we doing next turn? As well, I guess this is just such a big yikes. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do here. Okay. Okay, so let's think. How much damage? What gives me maximum damage this turn? Faithless Looting lets me discard 2. This says when I discard a card, so it'll actually make it 2 bigger. And then I can do this one, which will discard another one. And I can take a blood token even. Let me start with Fear of Missing Out, though. Wait. Well, because this goes down a card. I guess they both go down a card. I'm going to be left with 3 cards in hand. So I guess I can discard this safely. I kind of wanted to hold on to this if I could, so I could like potentially kill a blocker if he like flips Nadu or something off the Oath of Druids trigger. Okay, yeah, I'm going to start with Fear of Missing Out. It's going to be my first play. I'm going to discard the Headliner Scarlets. I draw a mountain. I put a counter. I can just always yield to that. I've yet to play a land for turn, so I guess I can play a land. And I'm going to have no cards left in hand. I'm going to fail Looting though. Double mountain, I will discard both mountains. 2 more Ivora triggers. Close that out. I then will attack. I guess I could also crack a... No, I'm just going to attack. So I'm going to go to combat. Attack with one of my creatures. Deal 6. And I'm going to make another blood token. And I'm going to make another treasure token. And I exile Shallow Grave from my opponent's library. Turn the top creature. This just ETBs to make his creatures not block, so it's not actually useful for me. I think I just pass. I'm just gonna pass the turn. I'm gonna see what he gets, and then I'll have Pyrokinesis available if he flips like Nadu or something. So he's going to flip into Vaultborn Tyrant. That's really bad, because that's like gain some life and draws cards and all of it. That's like probably worst case scenario for me. And I can't even kill it, because if I kill it, it comes back and it gains more life and draws more cards. Oh my god. I can't imagine a worse target for him to hit. Maybe Atraxa actually, but that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I think we can still win though, if we just like keep the pressure on. Okay, he's fetching here. Hi. I also have Delirium almost as well, right? Whenever this creature attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard, untap target creature, then there's an additional combat phase. So if I get another card type in my graveyard, I can attack with this twice on my next turn, which would be solid. Okay. He's ending turn. Okay, go to my turn. There's a Tarfire, which isn't even that good, because again, like I said, if I kill it, it makes a token copy, and it's just better. It's actually better for him, because he still has a 6/6 blocker, but he also gets to gain 3 and draw a card. He also left all his mana up with 7 cards in hand. I feel like I am in danger. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're probably just screwed here. I don't think this card's gonna be useful. We're very low on cards in hand. It doesn't kill any of his creatures. So I'm just going to discard it to a blood token, I think. I guess I could also flashback Faithless. No, I'm going to do blood token first in case I have something better to do with my mana. I'm going to go sack a blood token, discard Pyrokinesis, draw a card. Okay, we draw Inti. Inti also says whenever one or more cards are discarded, I can exile the top card and play it, which makes our card disadvantage a little better. So I'll go ahead and play her. Okay, I'll go ahead and also before combat do another blood token. This time sacking the Tarfire. I'll go ahead and put a counter on her, and also you can exile the top. Oh, what is happening? Sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Oh, that's what you left it up for? That's fine. Do I have Delirium. I have Super Delirium actually, because this is a Kindred also, so I have 5 card types. Okay, so I'm gonna sacrifice probably Ragavan. Because I need this one. This one's gonna give me the extra combat I need, and this one's gonna draw me cards. So I guess I'll sacrifice Ragavan. I'll exile the top. I exile a Figure of Destiny, and then I draw a card off the blood token. It's a Cankerbloom, sure. Okay. Yeah, this is really bad. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess. Okay, so I attack with these two. He blocks this one. He takes like 2 trample, plus 2 here, so 4 total, goes to 10. This comes back, he goes up to 13. This can attack again and hits him for 9, but he can also block again if he wants. So then it would only hit him for 3. So he'd still be like 10. I can attack him for 1 trillion damage, he'd still end up at like 10 life. That's ridiculous. Oh, this card's so gross. Alternatively, oh no, I don't have enough mana for Cankerbloom anymore, actually. I could say Cankerbloom can destroy the artifact. The token that it makes when it dies is technically an artifact. Okay. Since I don't have enough mana to do this no matter what, like even if I draw land off the Inti trigger, I'm not going to have enough mana to play and sacrifice this. I'm actually going to play... I'm going to discard it to Inti. Does playing this matter? I guess not, because is there another main phase? There's no main phase in between the two. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go to combat then. Go to combat. Attack, attack, declare attacks. Choose target creature to attack again. It'll be Ivora. And I'll choose to discard a Cankerbloom. And I'll put a counter on Ivora. And she can trigger, and Inti can trigger. Alright, I also exile a mountain with Inti for this turn. She gets another counter. She gets another counter. And she's going to get another attack step. And then he can go to blockers here. Okay, he does block the Ivora, which is not ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. So he's going to 6 and 2. Yeah. Actually, wait. Is that better? No, because then I attack again and he blocks again. And wait. No, I have to assign lethal, right? There's no, I can't do this, can I? Wait. No, this is still better, I think. I'm going to do it like this. So I make another blood token. He makes another Vault-Born Tyrant. He draws another card, gains another 3 life, goes up to 13. I make a blood token. And then I'm going to attack again with Ivora. Okay. And I'll let this trigger resolve. I will go ahead and discard the Voldaren Epicure. Oh, I should have blood tokened first, because then I could do. Oh man, that's actually my mistake. You can get a counter, and also she can get a counter. I can exile another card. It's another mountain, sure. I definitely should have blood tokened first, though. That's terrible, because now I can't activate this because I have no cards in hand. Oy. And to go to blocks. That's actually a huge mistake too. Because oh, wait, what? Oh, he just took it. Oh. Oh, he didn't block and kill her. Okay, so second main phase, I'm going to play a mountain. I'm going to tap and play a Figure of Destiny. And I'm going to pass the turn back to him. Why didn't he block and kill my Ivoro? Thought Scour, that's fine. He milled me 2 lands and drew himself a card. He gets another free creature off Oath of Druids. Okay, sorry opponent, I'm taking forever to make my plays. I'm not used to playing mono red. He got an Uro. It draws a million more cards, gains him like 6 more life. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I guess I can't even activate my blood token, right? I could technically. I don't want to pass all priority because Figure of Destiny can still be activated, but I can like. I might just want to like yield through so many triggers. Ugh. Gonna hit okay through all this. Gain 3. Sacrifice. Gain another 3. Oh my god. This card is just gross. Okay. You can escape it now. Why not? Just go back up to 15. Go back up to the life you were when I started my last turn. That's insane. Jesus. I just hate how broken this is. I love it when I'm playing it, actually. But I hate when my opponent is reanimating Uro to gain 6 and draw 2. And ramp, because why not? I think he's still dead if he doesn't deal with this, though, right? Because I still get 2 more attacks with Ivora next turn, right? Like, there's no way he survives all that. There's the Uro escape. I mean, is there nothing else he can do from the graveyard? I guess he's just digging for like another reanimate or something. So he gets to keep this Uro. He gets to gain 3 and draw. He gets to gain 3 and draw, and he gets to put a land into play. Oh no. What are the odds he didn't find reanimate though? Ghost Vacuum is not a reanimate, actually. Wait, that's Okay, he has 1 mana left. I might actually still be able to win here. Unless he reanimates like the original Vaultborn, and then I'm probably still dead. Because then he just has so much like life and so much card draw and so much like blocking that he can't die. Unless it's exactly actual card reanimate targeting Vaultborn, I think I might still be able to win here. Which is kind of insane considering how gross his turn has been. It'll be close. It'll be close. Okay. Exiles my Faithless Looting. That makes sense. Makes me not get more value off my broken creatures. He's going to combat here. And back to me. Okay. Let's see. We draw a Taiga. I'm just going to immediately blood token discard my Taiga because this is not good. This is fine. We get to exile a Glorybringer and put a counter on her and draw a card. Glorybringer is 5 mana, which I actually don't currently have. Detective's Phoenix, I guess I could play, but I'd rather play it from the graveyard. So, blood token number 2 coming right up. Discard. Death Creature Champion. Draw another card. And then I can Detective's Phoenix if I would like. Or I could just Death Creature's Champion. Death Creature's Champion gives something Double Strike. Oh, dude, if he has exactly Fatal Push, though. I mean, if he has Fatal Push, I'm dead either way, right? There's no way I can win with just these little piddly creatures. So I'm just going to cast it. Let's put it on Ivora. Let's go to combat. Okay. Give her another attack step. And yes, I will discard to Inti my commercial district. I mean, like, he'd just be conceding here if he didn't have exactly Fatal. Like, it has to be Fatal Push. There's no other card that would do it for 1 black mana. If he has it, he should just play it, because I'm dead if he plays it, right? There's no way all these diddly 1/1s and 2/2s can kill him. I don't know why he's slow rolling it. Either he's dead or he's not. If he has Fatal Push, he's not dead, and I lose. If he has it, or if he doesn't have it, then he's super dead, and I win. Will, I guess. I'm trying to think about what else he could even have here, right? Like, there's just no way he can block. This is 13 double strike, and then it's going to attack again for 13. Like, that's 52 damage that I'm attacking with just this one creature this combat. There's no way that he has enough anything if it's not exactly killing the creature. And he has drawn a lot of cards as well. Like, it is not surprising if he has the Fatal Push. Guess we'll find out. I wanted to go refill my water, but I feel like if I go refill my water while my opponent's responding, like right as I leave, he'll pass priority, and then my timer will run out or something. So I'm just gonna wait till this game is over, take a quick break to refill my water, and then we'll jump into another match with this deck. This is our first match with this deck too. This just took a long time because I was kind of slow rolling my plays. I didn't know what I was doing with these red cards. These are broken together though. This is insane. Just like every time I discard, I draw a new card, and then I also make my guy bigger, and then it also lets me get blood tokens, which helps me discard more cards. It's just like, I don't know. When I first saw this card, I actually already added it to my paper vintage cube. I thought in my head like, oh, that must be pretty decent with Inti. I did not realize that it was going to be this. This is like 10 times more busted than I was even imagining in my head. Did my opponent lose connection to the game or something? Don't believe so. Well. It's possible that my opponent is a little upset because I took forever to make my plays. But, you know, so be it. Sure. Because like, there's nothing for him to think about, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I have no cards in hand. I have no activated abilities I can do. Like, if he has the Fatal Push, he would just do it, right? I don't know why they're thinking so long. Ugh. Who knows? Oh. He let something resolve. He let the counter resolve from her ability. Now another counter from Inti's ability. I really hope that my opponent is not doing the old the old Magic Online Splinter Twin trick, because I've seen that done before as well. Not a fan of that. The idea is that because the game automatically like passes priority back and forth between the players, like when they're supposed to gain priority, like you can't. Like, I can't just, like, I guess I could actually just hit, like, your heal through this turn because I don't have to do anything else. Yeah, okay, so he finally conceded. Sometimes, way back when, in the ye old days of Modern, there was a combo called Splinter Twin, where you would basically make an infinite number of these little, Deceiver Exarchs was the name of the creature. And in order to do the combo on Magic Online, you'd have to, like, tap a creature, activate its ability, target another one, let that ability resolve. When that creature enters, you have to take that ability, click on this. There were some shortcuts where you could like save, like there was like one where you could like hit like remember targets or whatever. But it was like a common thing where like if you were running out of time on your clock, because like if my opponent had me like waste the last 2.5 minutes of my timer there, I actually would lose. If you're running out of time on Magic Online, you actually lose the game. So it was a common strategy, well, common-ish, that if your opponent was doing Splinter Twin, you would like pass priority to them at weird times, so that like if they were like, oh, my opponent's taking forever, they'd like go up and like grab something, or they'd like not pay attention and not realize when they had priority, when they needed to click OK. You could like waste their time and like actually win by having your opponent time out of the match. Very I'm not saying I'm accusing my opponent of doing that. I'm just saying that is one explanation for their strange behavior there in that last couple minutes of the game, because they didn't disconnect from the game, and they certainly were passing priority at strange intervals. But who knows? I will be right back though. I'm gonna refill my water and use the restroom, so 1 moment. All right. Sorry for that interruption. We're back. Going to be finishing out the last couple league games for this draft. Hopefully this goes better than our previous one. I believe this is actually how we started with the last deck. I played the first game off stream and then won, and then immediately lost both matches with that deck before drafting this one. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going and not lose our next two matches. Okay. Keep this hand. We have a Mother of Runes turn 1. Interesting. Okay. And we are just going to commercial district and surveil one. Ah, the combo once again. I'm going to keep that on top of my library. So now the question is, we have both of our really powerful 2-drop creatures, but we also have Screaming Nemesis, which is a 3 mana costing creature in hand. So how do we sequence this? I'm thinking next turn we play Avora, the one that's on top of our deck right now. I guess it depends on what they play here. Staff the Storyteller to make a token. Okay, interesting. So they make a spirit token, and then whenever they make a token, they can put a counter on it, and they can remove counters to draw a card. Remove a counter to draw a card. One or more creature tokens. Okay, yeah. All right, sounds good. Let's see if they attack with Mom here. This will tell me a lot about their character. They did not attack with Mom. Smart. All right. I believe we're just going to lead with Avora here. So got a blood token here. And we'll just pass the turn once again. Yeah, so now the question is, do I play Screaming Nemesis next turn? Because it lines up well with our mana. It's 3 mana. However, I think Inti is still better. And the reason I think Inti is still better is because I can play Inti, attack with Avora, discard, make her bigger, and then if they try to like double block or like block with a construct or something, I can sack a blood token, discard another card to make her a 3/3. But I guess we'll see what they do. They have a Mother of Runes up. Oh, okay. Yeah, they didn't attack with their spirit token. That changes things. So the problem is now they can make a 2/2 construct, block with like the spirit in the construct, and then use Mother of Runes to give the construct pro red. And then even if this is a 3/3, I'll be basically trading my really cool creature for their 1/1 spirit, which is not the look. Same thing if I play Screaming Nemesis and attack, right? It's also a 3/3. Although this one actually does hurt them if they do it that way. Like I can actually shoot them in the face. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, deals much to any other target. Oh, wait. This is actually decent because now if they do it the way I just described, I would kill their Mother of Runes. Because I didn't realize this could actually hit other things than just face. So I could play this, attack with it. They do exactly what I just said. Block with their 2 tokens, give the bigger token protection. And then my guy would die. I'd kill their spirit, but then I would also get to kill their Mother of Runes with Screaming Nemesis's ability, and they'd be left with nothing but a construct. Is that worth it? Alternatively, I can also Fear of Missing Out and crack a blood token, or Inti and crack a blood token. I actually like playing the Screaming Nemesis and doing that, because if their Mother of Runes dies as a result of this attack, I'm kind of fine with it. Oh, wait. Oh, I just realized this doesn't have trample. So they could just like block with a thing and not. Although I still get to shoot something. So even if they... Right, because my creature doesn't deal damage to them, but it's like theirs still does it to it. So it's still fine. So yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to attack with Screaming Nemesis. This makes them not as likely to do the Mother of Runes thing, because they know that I can always just shoot something if they block and give protection. Okay, they just took the 3. That's kind of what I figured would happen. So, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm fine just attacking for 3. They are going to make a construct, though. And it's going to start getting a lot harder for us to attack in, especially if they make a second construct on their upkeep here, which they are. So they're going to have like basically 2 4/4 constructs here, which is not good. Very, very not good. So maybe I should have just played Inti last turn, because then I could play like Headliner Scarlet on my next turn and like get in there and get all my attack triggers. And now if I play Headliner Scarlet next turn, I don't have Inti out to get my value. Oh, he's gonna portable hole my Ivora. Okay, and then he'll be left with 2 5/5s. That's really bad, I feel like. Okay, okay. So he's gonna portable hole, presumably not the blood token. Yeah, so Ivora goes under the portable hole. Unfortunate. And he gets to probably attack with the 5/5. Oh, and the 1/1. Yeah, okay. I like this a lot less now. The good news is the portable hole, unlike most Oblivion Rings, is an artifact, not an enchantment. So we actually do have a chance to get rid of it if we draw our artifact removal. Alright, let's think. How do I want to do this now? So I can make this a 4/4 trample with Inti's ability, but then it still gets blocked by the 5/5. I can also... I assume he'll also just take it if I just, like, attack, because he doesn't want to... Yeah. Well, no, I guess maybe he won't take it, because then I can't kill his Mother of Runes if he blocks, because he doesn't have to protect the construct. Construct's bigger than it. I don't know. This is actually really tough. I think I still would rather... Would I rather just trade this in for 5 damage to face? I also get to look at another card, I guess, if I play Inti. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to play Inti. The card I'm looking for right now is the adventurer that gets rid of an artifact. That would be ideal here. So I'm going to play Inti. Camera off center. That looks fine. Okay. They let Inti resolve. I think I am just going to go to combat, though. I'm going to just let Screaming Nemesis die. So I get my Inti trigger. I'm going to discard, I guess, a land. I'll put the +1/+1 counter on my attacking creature. And I will... Okay. So I don't exile anything useful. It's just a gold span. But then I put a +1/+1 counter on my attacking creature. Then they can block if they would like. And then I'll get to... They are going to block. Okay, good. So they are going to block. They're not going to protect. Then I have to shoot face for 5 instead of the Mother of Runes, unfortunately. Which I think is fine. I'm just going to let this happen. And I'm going to shoot his face for 5 damage. And then in my second main phase, I'm just going to play Fear of Missing Out. Hopefully digging closer to my artifact removal. I also want to keep the Headliner Scarlet so that I can like sneakily get through a bunch of damage because he won't be able to block. which could be the game ender. Assuming I don't die this turn, he actually has a lot of damage. Yeah, the Urza Saga really threw this whole thing out of whack real quick. Because the Mother of Runes was kind of like manageable, but then once he has these massive creatures that he doesn't have to even like waste the activation on to protect in combat, it's like he can just hold it up for the actually important stuff. Okay, he's going to combat here. Only attacking with 1, so he still has a large blocker. This is actually good because he doesn't know that I can make him not be able to block here. So I'm going to take it. Actually, what's my... I only have 2 card types right now. Okay, I'm still just going to take it, I think. Okay. So I'm at 9. I have to remember also that Mother of Runes can slip in a... Oh, he has his own fear of missing out. Interesting, interesting. So he also appears to be more aggressive overall. He just happens to have some of these really nice synergy pieces as well. Some nice artifact synergies going on. And he gets to draw a card with his staff here. Yeah, yeah. And Skull Clamp something, presumably. Skull Clamp the fear of missing out. Okay. And go back to me. Okay. What do we do? Alright, so Headliner Scarlet is definitely going to be what I want to play this turn. It's going to let me get in for at least a bit of damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm hoping to kill this turn, because I have 7 right there. On attack, I'll get up to 8, and then I just need to find my Tar Fire, basically. Okay. So whenever discard 1 or more cards, I exile the top card. Which means I kind of have to find a land in order to play the Scarlet, and then... I can't even, though, because then I don't have enough mana to play the actual... Well, that's not true. Fear of missing out would actually give me another combat where he still can't block. Oh, no, so he's just dead, right? Because he can't block this turn, and then this gets to attack twice because of this. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, no, he's dead. He's dead. I just need to get Delirium and have a 5th land, basically. So I go Faithless Looting first, because I don't have sorcery yet, right? I just have creature land. So I have creature, land, sorcery. I just need to find 1 more card type here. So I'm going to draw 2. And there's Artifact. That's perfect. Actually, Instant is better, because this makes sure I have enough mana to cast it. So I'm going to discard Flame Slash, Fire Ice. I'm up to 4 card types. Anti-triggers. This doesn't matter that much, but it's a land, so I might as well play it, I guess. And then I can go ahead and play my Headliner Scarlets. Like this. Oh, this is so sweet. Am I actually going to win this game? I thought there was no way I was winning this game with this Urza Saga popping off like it did. So I have you not be able to block this turn. Okay. And then I have my Delirium. And so I go to combat. And I attack with everyone. And I have Headliner Scarlet be allowed to attack an additional time this combats. And then, yes! Oh my god. Headliner Scarlet for the win! That's actually so sick. Okay. Wow, that is so sick. I did not think I was winning that game. Good job, Headliner Scarlet. And Fear of Missing Out, honestly. That actually provided a ton of extra damage there. Fear of Missing Out that turn was going to allow me to get in an extra, you know, like 6 damage that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. Okay. Alright, well, knowing my opponent has some artifact synergies makes me like keeping a hand with that. So let's run it. Plus, he goes first. We might play an artifact on turn 1 that I can blow up. It's a Mother of Runes, but I can blow that up too. So, not too bad. Not too shabby. Ah, I also plays an artifact on turn 1, so I can blow up either. I'm going to choose the Mother of Runes over the Mox Diamond, though. Figure of Destiny. Okay, that's a good one. He's going to be very aggressive here. I still think Mother of Runes is the better thing to kill, though, because as soon as I don't kill it on turn 1, I never kill it ever again. So let's just immediately kill that. Stings he had a really good aggressive start because my removal is a little too slow now. I have like this turn, and I have to wait till turn 2 to remove another thing. There's the Staff of the Storyteller again. Just gonna let him draw some cards, which is not my favorites because it means that he's gonna not run out of gas as quickly. Yeah. Okay, back to me then. I'm gonna play my Verge. I think I'm just gonna start with this Faithless Looting. I'll discard. I have plenty of mountains I don't need. Yeah, I just discard 2 mountains. And then I think I will go ahead and battle display the staff. I don't know how much like token making he has, but it seems like he has plenty of mana. Although if he plays a 3rd land, then he can upgrade this twice in the same turn. Maybe I just leave this alone for now. Yeah, okay, I'm actually gonna blow up the Mox Diamond. So I'm gonna go for red, and we're gonna go battle display targeting Mox Diamond. And then we'll pass the turn. I think that's correct. Like, he has currently nothing on board that makes more tokens. And also, yeah, so he had the 3rd land. So otherwise, if I hadn't done that, he'd been able to make this a 4/4 this turn. Okay, he makes a knight token. That's fine. And then, oh, that is a token, though. So he gets to draw another card here. Dang, okay. So maybe I should, whatever. He would have done... One way it worked out better, but the other way it worked out the other way, whatever. So he attacks me for 2 here, drew another card. He's actually, this Staff of the Storyteller is keeping him in the game with like just continuously drawing him an extra card every turn. All right, back to me here. I get my Detective's Phoenix if I want to play that. I could also just play my Shield Breaker. Let's go Taiga. So next turn, he won't have enough mana quite to play the Virtue. This will not be good enough to block, though, because these are fly. Oh, this one's not flying. This is Vigilance. I can always play the Phoenix. You know what? I'm just going to play the Phoenix. I'll play the Detective's Phoenix. But I think I'm actually going to leave it back on defense here, as weird as it is to leave a haste creature back. Although... he's not going to attack with this anyway. Well, he would if I attacked. You know what? I mean, I'm going to leave it back. I feel like I'm kind of on the back foot this game, so I'd rather just, you know, make sure he can't get free attacks in. Another token maker. Okay, the Staff of the Storyteller was clearly the right call. He also gets to kill my Phoenix for free here. Makes me wish I attacked, but again, I didn't know he had that. He can now sack... something. Oh no, he's just gonna level up. Oh right, he doesn't have another artifact to sack to this. Okay. Okay, well I'm just gonna quickly yield through this turn here. Whew, okay. There's our Death Greeter champion. I'm gonna play my Mox Emerald into my 5-drop, my Gold Span Dragon. And then this will give me a treasure token on attack, which will let me also play the Ember's Shield Breaker. So on attack, make a treasure, deal my 4 in the air, and then I also get to get 2 red mana off the treasure, and go ahead and also cast my Shield Breaker. Very nice. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and pass. Let's see if he was on a land. If he doesn't have a 5th land here again, then it's actually not that bad. He did find it. Or I guess not again. This is his 5th turn, but he can play the Virtue, which is like pretty bad for me. It means he gets free attacks here. Yeah, and smartly he's not attacking with these because he knows they'll be better if he just keeps them in play and has the Virtue start ticking them up indefinitely. My opponent's playing this really well. Unfortunately, I just don't have a lot of good hand. Like, he has this in play. It's just in play for the rest of the game now. I really can't remove it. So at this point, I just kind of have to kill him as fast as possible. Whew, which is a yikes. Luckily, this does a decent job of doing damage. That's also fine, but not really what I'm looking for. I think I want to do dashing this. So I dash this, I can back up onto the gold span. He'll almost certainly block to not take 10. Or I guess I could back up onto this, because then this is a 3-2, or yeah, 3-2 double strike, and then he has really no good blocks on it, right? He'd have to like trade like his entire board just to kill it. Okay, let's do that actually. And then this will be a 2-1 double strike, which means he can't like block it without trading as well. So we'll do dashing of the boy. Play dash cost. We're gonna back up onto the Ember's Shield Breaker. Okay. Alternatively, I could have pitch cast this in order to pay for the collect evidence, but I think this is much better overall. So then we go to combats and swing with everything, I guess. Oh, I kind of forgot I was getting 2 more mana here. Oh. Well, it's fine. Okay, so I attack with everything. And then he has some tough decisions here. My opponent has to decide what all he wants to trade with. If he doesn't trade with this one, I also get it back and I can do this again next turn because dash returns. So he is going to trade here. Okay, that's smart. I assume he'll probably block that, although maybe not. Depends on what his last card is. He's just blocking that. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. So first strike damage, regular strike damage. He goes to 6. I trade away my guy. And then Detective's Phoenix, 1, 2, 3, does not currently have enough, right? It's 6 mana value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't currently do that. I could Faithless Looting, but then, and discard this, but then I don't have enough mana to collect evidence, because Faithless Looting is all my mana to do that. I guess I could Faithless Looting into a land, but then... No, you know, I'm just going to pass. I'm just going to pass the turn. And we'll see what happens. I'm getting close here, though. He's actually kind of on the ropes. Because he can't kill me this turn, presumably, right? Like, he can do, at most, with this thing, 5 damage to me or something. Ooh, God, that's so bad. That might be one of the worst things he could have played for me. Am I dead? It's mana value that it throws at me? I guess I gotta yield through this turn because there's not much I can do right now. I might be dead actually. Because this is 7 right here, and then you just have to throw something that's 2 mana value. Because it adds 2 to it, right? Yeah, so I'm just dead. He sacrifices the Legion Extruder, and I actually died. Wow, I thought it had 11 life with his, you know, few damage. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. I thought there was no way he killed me. Broadside, broken. Okay, we're tied 1-1. Ooh, that's a good one to know about, though. Broadside Bombardiers is honestly a card that I would love in my deck, but good to know that he has it because it definitely is one of those cards, as you just saw, that can kind of get you out of nowhere. Whew. Okay. I feel like the lighting is like too bright. That's like too dark though, right? Like, hang on, let me just... While I'm waiting for my opponent to ready up here, I feel like that's too dark, and that's just like way too bright. Maybe if I tilt it up more? Is that better? Might be a little better. I just feel like my face is so like washed out. In any case, we are going to play first for our final game of this match. We do have a turn 1 Ragavan, which I do usually like. Unfortunately, against this particular opponent, he's had a lot of turn 1 blockers. So Ragavan gets a lot worse, and then if we don't draw a second land, it's really bad. I think I have to mulligan this. Against a lot of opponents, I would keep this hand, but this is like, yeah, I'm just going to mulligan. That stinks. This hand does stuff. I'm going to keep this hand. So I can turn 1 a 2-drop. I'm guessing we're not going to be using Pyrokinesis to... Although... Okay, so hang on. This would be a 1-1, right? Yeah, that's not great. Okay, we have a 1-1 that can, like, discard a card to draw a card. I think I'd rather play this on turn 1. So my turn 1 is going to be this, this, this. And then I guess I bottom this then, because I don't have any of my discard synergies, and I kind of like the instant speed removal. Okay, so we're gonna go main phase 1, play our Mox Emerald, and I think we're just gonna start getting card advantage right away. I could play Bloom, but I kind of like just starting to exile cards from the top of his deck, so we get as many options as possible. We get a chainsaw. I don't know what this does, but it looks like it might be good. And I will pass the turn. Hang on, wait, I was not reading that. When it enters, deal 3 damage to a creature. When one or more creatures die, put rev counters on it and pumps for rev counters. Okay. But no buff by itself. Okay. That's actually really good. Oh, and also he doesn't have a turn 1 play. Oh, yes, this is perfect. Okay. And we draw a land? Wow, we're so lucky. All right, I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to attack immediately. Looks like he's killing our guy, which makes sense. Oh, he's not. Okay, he's going to let us get another Robber of the Rich trigger. That's really good. So we attack with Robber of the Rich. We exile another card. Just the plains this time. I could play the chainsaw, but I don't want to quite yet. I'll put a mountain. Do I want to draw a 3rd land? I kind of don't. I'm going to graveyard the mountain, and then I'm going to play my Bloom and pass the turn. Okay. See what he plays here. If he plays a creature, I can just kill it, right? Yeah, like this is just dead to the Tarfire, which I guess he doesn't know about. Or I guess I could also. Does that first strike? His reach and haste? No. Okay. Okay. There's our Kari Zev. I think I am going to Tarfire the Rebel token. That way I can get in with my Robber safely. We'll go straight to combat. Attack with both of these guys. We'll get another card off the top of his deck, which is a Parallax Wave. Okay. That's cool. And I guess I'll go ahead and play the Kari Zev. And I'll pass. Does Chainsaw have flash, or is it literally just sorcery speed, deal 3 damage? It does not. Okay. He plays an Urza Saga. I think it's going to be a little too slow this time, though, because he doesn't have the chance to make a blocker this turn. Screaming Nemesis. Yep. Yep. Okay, let's see here. Interesting. Okay. Well, Screaming Nemesis is a little annoying because now I can't get in for free with my Robber of the Rich, and then I'll attack in. He gets like block this, eat it, and then this shoots something for 2, probably this. So like, it's actually really bad that I can't play my Pyrokinesis here. And there's nothing. I have to attack with this in order to be able to have access to any of those cards anyway. That is really annoying, actually. I think I attack with everything, though, because I get to look at another card, and then even if this dies, I have access to all those cards, plus I hit him for 3 more. Okay, I am going to go to combat, and I think I am going to swing with everything. Attack with all creatures. And then let's see what I get off the top of his deck. I got a Johnny. Can I spend mana of any color on this stuff? Cast that card, spend mana. Yeah, okay. That's good. So I can actually play these white cards I'm hitting off of him as well. So he's going to block the Robber, and it will die. And then he's going to have to deal 2 damage to something, presumably my Bloom, which I think I just sacrificed to deal with the Urza Saga. Destroy target enchantment, Urza Saga. And then his thing fizzles. And then I get rid of Ragavan, go to second main phase here. And I think I just play the Chainsaw. I mean, it'll let him, but then it lets him kill my Karizev as well. Maybe I just play the, I get one of these cards basically because my guy is dead. So I think maybe a Johnny is better than just killing both the creatures in play. Yeah, I'll just do a Johnny. Oh wait, actually, does it go back to its owner? Oh, if this flips, it goes back to him. Never mind. I am just gonna do Chainsaw then. That actually kind of stinks. Because if this actually flips into a Planeswalker, he gets the Planeswalker, which is like terrible. This is actually really bad. This turned around so fast because it was exactly Screaming Nemesis. I lose like my entire board. Just because Screaming Nemesis just like kills everything. Ugh, this is like so bad all of a sudden. And the equip cost is 3. Like, I don't know. I feel like this was like a game where I like had no chance to lose, but then he had exactly Screaming Nemesis, and like it took out like 4 of my creatures just now. Or I guess only 3, but still. Okay, he's got a Skull Clamp. Is he immediately Skull Clamping? Oh, okay. He's just digging for stuff. He goes up to 5 cards in hand, which is okay. That can always just yield. He goes to 5 cards in hand, which is just insane. I'm so out of gas, and he has like all the options. Hopefully I draw something good here. It's decent. It's decent. I'll go ahead and play it. And then I have nothing else to do. Oh, wait. I just realized something. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, I have access to all those cards again that I exiled with Robber of the Rush because this is a rogue. So if this attacks, suddenly I can play those things. Okay, that's kind of cool. I didn't think about that. I'm going to pass turn though. I'm running out of time again. I don't know why I'm like so slow when I'm playing mono red. It's like the fastest archetype. Mother of Runes. Yep. Skull Clamping the Mother Runes. He's digging for an answer here. I currently have lethal on board, but he could find like a burn spell. Ah, there it is. There's the burn spell. Okay. That stinks. He's gonna kill my guy again. Yep, resolves. And we'll go through his turn into hopefully a better top deck for me. Okay. It's like 1 away from lethal, but I'm just gonna do it. Get in there. Oh wait, no, it backups on itself, so it is lethal. Okay. I forgot that it backups. It actually gives itself a counter if there's no other creatures in play. I was thinking this was gonna do 4. This is actually lethal. Because it does 6. Nice. Okay. Huge. We're 2-0 with this deck. Last match. Oh. Just bump this. Hopefully the mic didn't. This mic is like really finicky. Every time I bump it, I feel like it's like gonna turn off. No, I think we're fine. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. We're finally gonna 3-0. My first 2 drafts of this Vintage Cube season have not been doing so well. I just had to turn to the dark side. I had to turn to the mono red playing side. His hand's not great. If this was an untapped, if this was Taiga or something, I might consider it. I can play this on turn 1 and then sack the blood on turn 2 to dig for another land. Although I do have Faithless. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna keep because I can Faithless Looting. I surveil and then Faithless Looting. Presumably, I will find an untapped land by turn 2. Robber to the graveyard and then pass. We get 4 looks, right? We just looked at 1 card. Next turn we'll draw, look at a 2nd card, and if we don't find it, then we can look at 2 more. So, ooh, another red enjoyer. Okay. On to turn 2. Faithless Looting can get us to a land if we don't find one here. Hopefully we just find one here, though. We did find one here. So we played a land. And that actually kind of makes me want to just play a 2-drop in the form of Karizev. She doesn't have haste, so it's good to get her down as quickly as possible so she can start attacking right away. Plus, it's harder for him to remove with like a shock. He has to have exactly like a bolt if he wants to deal with Karizev. Okay, so he upgrades to a 2/2. If he attacks, I'm not blocking. Yeah, okay, so because he could have shock, I'm literally just gonna take the 2. No reason to give him the opportunity to kill my creature. And then we'll go to my turn here. I'd love to be able to cast this turn, but that's okay. I think I'm just going to Flame Slash, although I could Faithless Looting to dig for a land. It's a little greedier. I think that's fine, though. I'm going to Faithless Looting, look for a land. If I don't find it, I'll just Flame Slash, but if I do find it, I can Flame Slash plus, like, Epicure or something. I did find a land, so I'm going to discard the thing that wants to be in the graveyard and a big thing to exile to it. Alright, so then I'm going to play my lands. I'm going to cast my Voldaren Epicure. And then I'm also going to cast a Flame Slash on the Figure of Destiny. Or I guess I can wait a second. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's do it now. Flame Slash. And then I'll hit him for 3 with my Karizev. Alright. Ragavan goes away. I just realized I actually have 2 Ragavans in my deck because Karizev has the token Ragavan, and I just have actual card Ragavan as well. Okay, so he did have a shock. He's going to kill my Epicure. That's fine. Next turn, I can detect his Phoenix if I want, or I can even Pyromancer if I want. There's a lot of options here. Rabblemaster, that's pretty good. Yep, swings in for 1 here. Back to me. Ooh, that's good. I can kill his goblin with my goblin. I could also Pyromancer. I think this is better. So, actually interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and Tarfire the Rabblemaster for 1. And then I'm also going to Detective's Phoenix onto my Karizev and collect evidence with Glorybringer plus Epicure. Right, that's enough? Yeah. And then I'm also gonna crack my... Actually, I'll attack first. So, okay. Attack with Karizev. Smack ya for a bunch. I guess it's not a bunch, it's like 5, but... and then in my second main phase, I think I will actually crack my blood token. I don't think this shield breaker is going to be super useful. That's much better, actually, because now I have an instant speed answer up for his turn. I guess I could have also done this on his turn, but I was looking for in case I had a land on top just to play it. Ah, when it enters, you may discard 2 and draw 2. So I'll let the thing resolve, let him think that he's going to get his value. But then before combat here, I'm actually going to murder both his creatures. This does put me at 0 cards on hand, but I have Faithless Looting in the bin, so whatever I draw for turn, I can find... Oh, he's conceding. Okay, never mind. Oh, we're up a game now. Into game 2 of the last match. Ooh, I like mono red versus mono red. We're kind of just like both like, yeah, get back in there. This is pretty slow for a mono red matchup. Also, it's a 1/1 for 2, so he's likely gonna have a way to remove it. I'm actually gonna mulligan, even though I really do like that card. This looks much better. I'll keep this. And we're just gonna bottom the expensive stuff. We're going for speed here in the mono red matchup. Go ahead and heal through his turn. He starts with a Kellen. Very nice. I'm going to start with a land and a pass, unfortunately. Let's see if he just upgrades his Kellen to a 3-3 here. Oh, it doesn't upgrade to a 3-3. It just gains the ability. Okay. And then it becomes... Wait. There's a third ability here, isn't there? Okay, why is this only showing 2 abilities? 3-2. Oh no, it does just have the 2, I guess. So it becomes a 2-2 that exiles off the top, and then it gains double strike and gets bigger. Okay. Yes. He is a Magda again. A very good 2-drop. I also have a very good 2-drop. I'm gonna replay similar to last game, the Kari Zev, and we'll pass there. Also a decent blocker. If he doesn't level this up to a 3-2, I can just block it very easily. Oh, he has the removal spell though this time. Okay, that's not good. That's actually really bad. It also means we don't get an Inti trigger next turn. This might be just the end of me here. He also has a Corey Steel Cutter. I could have drafted. This is actually in the draft. I could have taken it and chose not to. Robber of the Rich, huh? I think I'm just gonna play tap land into Inti, unfortunately. Mocked on. Does it let me do anything else? I guess I could, if I keep the Mocked on top, next turn I can do both things. So I'll just top a library. I don't think I'm gonna find anything better than double spelling next turn. And we'll pass. I still think I'm pretty dead here, but that is a way to come back, is if I was able to double spell and somehow get enough advantage. It is also unlikely he'll be able to oh shoot, broadside? Oh no, I'm just dead, aren't I? He can just sack his treasure with the broadsides on my Inti. Wow, again. Wait, this is a different player than the last broadside player who killed us, isn't it? Yeah, this is again, the broadside being insanely busted. Oh, yeah, we're just kind of dead now, right? Like, because I can go like this. I guess technically I will get a trigger off of Robber, right? Because I'm going to be down to 1 card in hand, and he'll have 2. So I kind of at least get a little bit of value. Hard casting the Death Greeter, backing up the Robber of the Rich. And then I am just going to swing with it. Because I don't think there's any shot that I am able to win if I don't hit something insane here. I literally did hit a spell I can cast. I still don't think it's enough, but we'll see. And I'll go ahead and cast it. And it'll pass, I guess. What's the equip cost of this thing? 2. 2 to hard equip, I guess. I guess I should also auto yield here. Oh, 2 damage to all my stuff. Okay, no, I am just dead now. Oh, and to my face? Yeah, okay, I'm just dead. Dang it, bro. Okay, good job, broadside. Okay. Dang, man, this card is just getting me all over the place. -4. Wow, he had so much more than enough to kill me. All right, 1-1. We're in the home stretch here. We have won 2 of our 3 matches. This is match 3. We are 1-1. This one takes it all. We're back on the play, which is huge for the mono red matchup, and we have a 1-drop and some decent removal. I'm definitely keeping this. Okay. No pressure, no pressure. We got this. All right, so obviously we're going to start with the Figure of Destiny. And then pass. It would be so nice here if we place like an artifact on turn 1. That is not an artifact. It's a goblin. To us then. What do we want to do? Yeah, Kavu. Is that better than... It's literally a 2-mana 1/1. Is that better than just like leveling up our figure once? I guess we're gonna play this next turn, huh? No, you know what? I will play the Kavu actually. What I want to trade, I'm gonna attack and make him think that I want to trade. I actually really don't want to trade, but 1 free damage is 1 free damage. Okay, he just took the damage. Nice. See, we got the 1 free damage in. We play the Kavu as a 1/1. Freaking 1/1 Kavu. This is actually a good card in our deck, unironically, if we have our discard synergies going on, which we do not currently, so pretty bad right now. Do I want to do something about this? I kind of do. I kind of want to just pyrokinesis both of these things, right? Like, although I guess there's not really much harm in just taking the 2. I'm gonna block. Hit OK. See what he does. Or he just passes by. Okay, I am gonna kill them actually. I'm gonna kill both of these. Like so. Done. And I don't need the Amber Shield Breaker. Interesting. He's gonna bolt the Kavu? Wait, not my Figure of Destiny? Okay. Interesting. Alright, so he bins a land off the Surveil trigger. He kills my Kavu. And then I kill his things. Okay. And then I'm a little down on card advantage, but that's a good one to draw. That is probably the best one to draw as far as random 3-drops on a not populated board. I'm gonna play my Screaming Nemesis, and I'm just gonna swing in with my boys for 4. This is gonna be good here. He also just used his Lightning Bolt, so he likely does not have a way to kill this right away, which is huge. If you just pass it without playing anything, I will back up onto the Figure and not this, because it would be a real big blowout, because I believe backup targets, right? Oh, he has his own Pyrokinesis. Dang. Okay. Well, fair enough, fair enough. Yep, that resolves. And I guess I shoot his face for 3. Okay. Right, we got 2 cards left in hand. He has Kellen. Okay, nice. Okay, this is like actually kind of back and forth here. And he upgrades Kellen. So what ability does I give him? When it deals damage to me, exile the top card of his library, and you can play that. I guess it doesn't really matter in this matchup since we're playing the same cards, but so basically draw a card. Impulse draw 1 on combat, and he can actually give it double strike next turn and hit me for 6 and exile 2. It's actually really scary. I kind of have to play this, right? I just have to play it as a 3/2 double striker because it's a good blocker. Well, they'll trade at least. Yeah, I mean, I can't afford to let him just hit me for free. So I'm just going to play it. And we'll back up onto him. And I guess we'll just, like, pass. Kind of sucks. But I mean, I can't let him just start, like, we're both, like, basically hellbent. I can't let him start getting card advantage on me. That's the worst case scenario. Okay, so he levels. Yep, makes sense. So I have a double striker, and he has a double striker, and they're both 3/2s. If he attacks, I have to block. There's no way I cannot block. All right, yeah, okay, so he doesn't attack. Okay, let's go to my turn. Darren Epicure. Okay, So this kills him in 2 hits. And this doesn't have doubles, or this doesn't have trample, does it? Okay, I'm actually gonna go to combat and attack before he knows that I have a chump blocker in hand. And hopefully I can get him down to 6, and then it's like pretty easy to finish him from there. Or he trades, and I'm fine with that too. Okay, we'll swing in with our champion here. He does trade, okay. Or maybe he has removal in hand. He's at least blocking. Okay, they trade. And then I'm going to go ahead and play my Epicure and deal 1 damage to him. I guess I'll pass. He's got nothing? Okay, but he didn't play a land that turn. That's so weird. Okay. So he has something, but it's not like something he can just play out. I'm guessing removal that he didn't want to waste on this. I don't know. I'm still going to play this. The reason I'm playing this is if he has a shock, this is still good. It has 3 toughness. And also, if he doesn't have a way to kill it, I get to draw 2 cards a turn because it impulse draws on my upkeep. So he cannot block this turn. And because he can't block, I'm just going to go ahead and swing in. There's no like flash creature that could get me here. It looks like he's just killing it though, which kind of stinks because this was our top deck that would get us into more cards. And without it, we're gonna be hellbent for a while longer. Oh, is he not blocking? He's not killing it? He didn't have a removal spell. Okay, that's huge. Okay, so we pass. He had nothing. Maybe he has like 5 drops in hand or something. Okay, he has Stomp. Okay. And then, oh, so he had like a shock. And he has another shock now. Oh, I see. Okay, he's double shocking it. That's fine. I mean, it's not the best because we still lose our card advantage, but at least he had to use 2, like 1.5 really cards to do it. Okay, draw again. Our top deck is... Okay, is that better than a random card? I'm guessing it is better than a random card. I'm going to go ahead and go to combat here and attack. The reason I think it is better than a random card is because it has Menace. And so him playing 1 blocker still lets me chip in for a little bit each turn. And blocking the Ragavan doesn't hurt my board state, so it's like kind of like a free thing to attack with as long as he doesn't have 2 blockers for it. Okay, so here's the Bone Crusher. He still hasn't played a land in a while, so he still has like at least one of his cards in hand is like a big thing that he can't cast. Okay, go to my turn here. That is not better than a random card, so I actually am going to go ahead and blood token my Mox away. I mean, the same thing, land or Mox, whatever. Let's go to combat. So I 100% swing with Karzev, but I think I also swing with this. So he blocks this, and then he takes 3. Or he blocks the Ragavan and takes 2, but I keep both my creatures. I think this is fine. I'm going to swing with both. Make Ragavan. They're all coming in at him. He can't block the Karzev. He has to either take less damage or hurt my board state. Okay, so he's gonna kill my Epicure. He's going to go to 3. You can just always do that. That's fine. And I'm gonna pass the turn. Okay. Oh, he had an Abrade. Dang. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad for me. I'm in literal top deck mode. No permanents on board. Wait. Why didn't he play this first? He would have gotten a free 2/2 or a 1/1 monk and equip and had a 2/2. Okay, that's weird. Whatever. Sure, that's fine. The nice thing is I do have a couple like hasty things that would kill him, just like straight up. So, like any haster will kill him. Like that. I will do it. So I guess it doesn't matter that he didn't use the cold cutter, because I have this bad boy. And I'll attack. I don't even need to exert. I'll just attack. And declare blockers. 3-0! Let's go! We only had to resort to going to mono red, but we got the 3-0. Let's go! So we get our rewards for playing the dirtiest archetype in all of Vintage Cube. Alright. Well, I am very satisfied with that performance of our mono red-ish deck that we had to splash 2 green cards in because we couldn't get enough playables. It worked out okay. It helped that we had both Inti and Ivora. That helped us win a couple of games, that synergy. But it's also just mono red. I mean, it's just, you just keep attacking, and eventually they will not be able to live any longer. So yeah, before I close out the stream real quick though, I think I do want to go ahead and open up the spoils of war here. Also, again, why are these sliders set to like the max? So yeah, so we not only did we get our trophy, we are also gonna get whatever's in here. Get some play points. We get a Saga Elish Norn, Fire Drinker Satyr, and Deicide. Deicide, the God Killer. Alright. Fun stuff. I will be playing tons more Vintage Cube while it's up. In fact, if I stream Magic again next Saturday, I'll probably do this again, because I believe, let's check, Vintage Cube is up for another 17 days. That means we could do 2 more weeks of this. 2 more Saturdays of just pure value. Okay. Well, enough of that. Thank you guys all so much for watching, everyone who tuned in today. Really do appreciate it. I'm sorry again for the long hiatus where I missed a week, and then yesterday as well I didn't stream, but I'll try to get back into it. Appreciate you guys for watching, like I said, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm either continuing with the Minecraft stuff, or I may be sorry, my camera literally is like kind of blurry right now. I don't know why. ADHD brain. I'll either be continuing with the Minecraft stuff, or if that doesn't end up working out, because my friend might have some conflicts, we could also just play some more variety stuff. Balatro, I really like. I have a few other games in my Steam library that I'm meaning to check out. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. Peace.